Hello friends, fiends and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the Hodgepodge Tavern. I'm your DM Carl, and today we are stepping through the portal to the infinite planes. Let us discover our forgotten memories. Alongside you we have our players.
Hi, I am Philip. I play D the Wizard, and I am now first in line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
I'm Alex. I play Sprite, the fairy paladin, and I have moved into second place on the line.
The rightful place.
Oh, it's gonna be like that today.
I don't know these people. I'm
Did
Kyle.
you just walk in off the street?
Yes.
Were you looking for the Chinese? Because it's next door.
He doesn't even have any stuff with him.
No dice,
No
no
character
nothing.
sheet.
Blink rapidly if you're being held against your will.
I'm just like a random NPC that entered the place.
Love it.
Anyway, I'm Kyle. I kind of wish I was a random NPC sometimes, so I have no responsibility on anything. I play a character called Spike. He's a cool monk. I have no character sheet or the amazing portrait to yell, focus on at the camera.
That's right.
And yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. I'm not, but he's a good guy.
He's trying to be.
He's trying to be.
I'm Josh. I am playing Link, the Bard. I've missed a few sessions.
Welcome back, Josh.
Back now.
Thank you. I am back and ready to play some D&D, but I have forgotten everything about how to play D&D, and we'll see how it goes.
Hi, I'm Kim, she, her, and I play Brady, a changeling monk that goes by they, them. And I just met my mom and dad in game, and they're like, might be a little bit Bible belty. So this is gonna be fun.
We are in Mount Jesus.
Yeah, that's true.
Hot diggity.
It's known as the Seven Heavens.
It's the buckle.
Can't be any prejudice here, of course not.
Nope. Now colours, let's stumble into the dark of it. Carl, do you have a nice summation for us?
No, he doesn't. Of course not.
He's got
Sure.
nothing.
I mean, he writes them on his phone, so it's not like he needs his piece of paper for that.
Last time on Hodgepodge Heroes. That's the title of our thing.
Dun, dun, dun.
We can end it here now. The party had spoken to their guides in Mount Celestia and had determined for whom and for what they would make a pilgrimage for, if they were to make one at all. They had chosen their gods and their ideals and were determined to make the pilgrimage up the mountain. However, the first dramatic step came not on the mountain but on the shore, as Dee summoned up his courage, or had a peak of madness, and destroyed his current supply of drugs, committing himself fully to going cold turkey.
Madness.
That was
After
sick.
this, the team arrived at the settlement at the base of Mount Celestia, the start of the path, as it were. The settlement bore the name of Hearth's Faith and was, by all accounts, extremely peaceful. A scenic coastside town with a pleasant temperature and weather, whose inhabitants either worked in assisting new pilgrims or in the bountiful fishing and pearl diving industries. It would be a tragic shame if anything were to happen to this town. Anyway, the adventuring party entered and sought out lodgings and started to get the lay of the land. They meet talking dogs, people that talk like trumpets, and talking mini dragons, though the last prefers to be called Dragonborn. They also very quickly discover that this town is actually where Brady grew up and her family still lives here. They find a place to process its information and settle in at an inn called the Pilgrim's Passage. Here, Spike accidentally makes a friend, and we shall never ever talk about this ever again. Moving on, the team spent the rest of the evening exploring further. They come across a Dragonborn-owned bank, where they exchange their gold to silver, since the town only trades in silver for spiritual reasons. They also learn of a potential heist having gone down in a local important temple, and other important things that the Recollector doesn't remember. The next day, Brady is determined to reunite with her family, and Spike and Sprite come along because those two have a great track record of forcing through uncomfortable family reunions. Dee, meanwhile, wisely went to the library. And what an uncomfortable family reunion it turned out to be. As Brady reunited with her parents, miraculously both alive, what the hell are you, not even a protagonist, and even her young sibling. Though Brady's younger sibling was more than happy to see them, the parents were far more reserved, having believed that Brady had abandoned them due to her being a key breadwinner and the family not exactly being very well off. The tension built until eventually someone had to break, that someone being Brady's younger sibling, who took off into the town. Seeing this, Spike took off after them, leaving Spike in the most awkward I really shouldn't be here situation. And that is where we left off.
Very good.
Excellent. So, the first place we're going to cut away to is back at the Pilgrim's Passage. We have our beautiful light green skinned trumpet archon upstairs in the room of our adventurers, and a very uncomfortable looking Link led on the bed with a funnel in his mouth. No, this is not going to hurt very much. As he grabs this bottle, and it's got sort of like a golden liquid, and he starts pouring it down this funnel that's jarred into Link's mouth.
Why is he doing this?
Link has lost his voice.
Oh.
That's where you've been the last
Oh,
few
okay.
sessions.
Is this like
When we got dumped into the Celestial Sea,
Yeah.
it burnt Tiefling's
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
Tiefling's throat, so we made up that you had a
I must have missed that part.
No, it's fine.
That's just why I've been weirdly silent.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
You didn't want to damage your vocal cords.
Right, my precious vocal cord.
I could just see the fear on your face. Oh shit, what have you guys done
I'm
with
just
me?
thinking of like, what's his name? Croesus had the, in Roman history, had the molten gold
Yeah,
poured
yeah.
on him. Yeah.
Oh.
I just thought I was like, what the fuck is going on?
What could be
Honestly,
getting executed?
Yeah.
I forgot for a second and I thought you were in some kind of weird freaky brothel.
Yeah.
No,
I'll try
the
anything
trumpet.
once.
we're in the Pilgrim's Passage,
I mean,
and
does
the
sound
party
like
said that you needed something to soothe the throat.
Fair enough. What does it taste like?
It tastes very sweet. In terms, because I don't even know if it's possible. I don't know if it's a real thing. But it's ambrosia,
Mmm. Nice. Okay.
also known as the nectar of the gods, which has mild, gentle healing properties, and you feel sort of like a warm, tingling sensation run down your throat.
Cool. I'll just sit up. Go. I think. I think that might have worked. Oh. Yeah, it did. Oh, that was amazing. Is there any of that left?
I am afraid that I used all of this stuff on you. There are other bottles, but it will be extra cost.
Oh, how much?
Each bottle is 15 gold pieces.
150 silver.
Yes,
Which I'll pay in
150
silver.
Yes.
Right. Where would I find these bottles if I was gonna come and buy them later?
We have them here.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. And blessings to you, and bye. No, just
Pull one off.
Yep.
Next, we will move over to our wizard, who I believe wanted to, as part of their downtime, go to a local establishment of learning and do a bit of teaching.
or learning?
Or learning. We have Dee going to the Mended Trust Orphanage to teach some children. What would you like to teach these children?
Oh shit.
What is the lesson plan of the day?
So what was it? Mended Trust?
The Mended Trust Orphanage.
nice name.
I would just check what they have been learning, and then try to teach them something that's nothing to do with that, just so to give them a different perspective on things. So if they're learning maths and whatever the local language is, I would try to teach them about I don't know, one of the hounds that we encountered at our previous mission, or something completely different. Just something that could be helpful to prepare them for the world.
Okay. So the teacher is an individual by the name of Daenerys. She's also the person that runs the orphanage. She is sort of a murky grey skin, and she actually has two protrusions coming out of their neck, similar to the horn on your head, but they're like horns that are coming out of the side of her neck and sort of curving forwards. And she's she sort of moves up her glasses onto her face, and she addresses the class saying, "Today we have a special teacher in today. This individual by the name of Dee has offered to come in and give a talk about what they've been doing recently and imparting some knowledge."
D, like D's nuts.
Can you never do that again?
Acid splash.
You got to learn today.
I just like that.
You can learn.
And you start talking about the shadow mastiffs and a little girl with pigtails, brunette. She says, Dee, how big were they?
And I tell them how big they were. They were large.
Were they scary?
Only to the unprepared.
Were you scared?
No.
And
But I was wary.
a little boy, I mean, the people here are sort of between 6 and 11 for the most part. And this little boy with long blonde hair will say, I bet he was scared.
Ooh.
And Daenerys, the teacher, will walk up behind this boy and say, Bettina, that's quite enough. Aisling, stop asking so many silly questions.
I'll just say that's all right. They're allowed to, question the world and the answers we give them, and that's fine. Perhaps I was a little bit scared, but wouldn't you be?
And this sort of wild red-haired kid looks a little bit older, says, yeah, I'm scared.
Maybe I should tell you about these other animals, and I'll go towards something a little bit less stressful and threatening.
Excellent.
Don't tell them about Jar Daddy.
No, definitely not that.
Like the kobolds, maybe.
Yeah,
They
or
were cool.
anything else that it sounds a little bit less. Maybe those little what was it that we encountered on that second mine shaft, or the portal that we had to unlock, and they had like tools and
Yeah, so they had like little, they had the flask of oil. that
Tell
were-
those about that kind of
powering.
technology that they use, and they have tools that are different from the normal tools that you would see, and blah blah. But my whole thing is, I'm trying to obviously teach the kids, but also ingratiate myself with Daenerys, so she can perhaps give me access to any kind of library that the school may have.
Mhm. Okay, that's fine. If you would like to roll me a straight intelligence check, we'll see what kind of things you're able to learn during your time off.
Okay, so is that so that's a check, isn't it? I'm gonna use my thing to re-roll that.
It's a
That's
shame
just
you're
not.
not good aligned.
That's just not good enough.
Add a D4.
It is.
I still can't believe that's a thing here.
I know, it's so jammy, isn't it?
So
I'll
good.
take it though.
Right, chronal shift.
Just wait till we go to like the abyss again and we get like
Natural
a
one.
minus D4.
Natural
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Aww.
You don't learn anything of major significance,
Fair enough.
but your downtime does pass by, and you can count that as success.
This backwater fucking skull. I say in my mind, but I thank
This
her.
is a school for like 9-year-olds.
Yeah, no, I thank her profusely, and I'll just thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Next, we'll move on to Sprite chasing after the young boy. As I said before, as they're running down into the street, what you notice is before it was sort of like, not necessarily pockmarked, but when you're a teen, it's sort of like a bit rough skin, a little bit oily, and you can visibly see as they're running, the facial structure seems to regress, and you've seen the picture of Rax previously. You can see this face is regressing from sort of like a teenage face to that of, you know, a young 10-year-old as they run past you. And you start chasing after them.
Wait, come back! Where are you going? I'm just gonna start on foot and very quickly realise I'm not keeping up, so I'm gonna kind of switch to flight and zoom like a little bee after him.
Oh, that's so cute.
And as you sort of zoom and you manage to catch up, and you sort of, I guess, hover in front of him,
It's okay.
and he sort of comes to a stop and says, "Who are you?"
I'm a friend. I'm a friend of your Braidy. We call it them Braidy. Jack. Oh yeah, Jack. That's a nice name. And then Sprite's kind of like a little bit emotional because she's like, oh, she's saying like Brady's name for the first time in her mouth. I'm like, yeah, no, we came back to find you because, well, it's kind of a long story, but you know, we came to find you basically. I'm not explaining it very well. But are you okay? I mean, obviously I'm not okay, but you know.
Our parents are not pleasant, and they don't care that Jack's back. But I care. But they're being mean to them.
You know what? Parents are stupid. Sometimes. I think. I don't really have a lot of memories, so I don't have a lot to fill out.
I think they are.
But from what I've encountered of your parents, they're kind of stupid sometimes. So, you know, haven't you ever disagreed with them before?
Yeah, but we don't talk about
Bruno?
Jack.
You did not.
I did. Fucking did. Sorry.
We don't talk about Jack. Not since they left.
Well, that's kind of sad. It sounds like it's been a really hard time for you, not knowing where Jack was, and it's been really tough for Jack as well.
The only communication that we've had is the letters, and then they just stopped, and then Jack is here, and they don't care.
They may do in time. It's a big shock for them. And it's a big shock for you as well. But the most important thing is that Jack is here and he's safe and well, and he's really looking forward to catching up with you, but
I just can't be around them right now.
no. Well, why don't you stay with me? Why don't we go and find somewhere safe and just we can sit and maybe have something to eat, and we can just take some breaths and be calm, and maybe I can send word and we can get Jack to come and we can speak away from your parents.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Yeah, where should we go?
Well, that's a really good question. I was hoping you'd be able to tell me because I'm kind of new around here.
Well, there's this nice fountain, and
Yeah?
there's a little bakery just down the road.
Ah, I'm sold. Let's go. You lead the way.
And Rax will start walking, and you do find yourself eventually at this very, very pretty fountain, and just looking, you can see there's lots of little like fishes flying around and
Ah.
swimming around in the bottom of the fountain. And every now and again, one will sort of flop out, and it will actually ride up the cascading water and then jump down the other side. And it's very pretty and sounds lovely.
Nice. Can I use like my druid craft to, like, as a fish pops up, like to make some like pink bubbles, like bubble to the surface, or some like multicolored bubbles,
Yeah,
just to try and make Rax smile.
no problem. And take you to the bakery and get a couple of pastries.
Yeah, on me, obviously. And if anyone are there many people nearby?
Yeah, there are general people sort of milling about.
I might just approach someone who looks friendly and not, maybe on their own, not with any like kids or anything. And, maybe just offer them some coin if they wouldn't mind passing a message on.
Yeah.
For me.
What kind of person? There's a couple of food dogs floating around. There's a couple of humans and elves.
Anyone that looks friendly, looks approachable.
Okay.
We've had good luck with food dogs before, right?
Yeah.
So maybe a food dog.
Okay. They won't ask for anything
No?
in return.
Is there nothing I can
Oh,
owe you
woof.
as a favour? Oh yeah, they're so cute, aren't they?
And they'll just say, I don't know, scratch my chin.
Oh, I can do that. And then I'm going to break off some of my pastry as well and be like, do you want to share this with me?
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to give it a little scritch on it. Oh.
Don't leave him hanging.
They do have beards, so.
Oh.
Is that nice?
Who's a good boy?
No.
And I'm going to just ask them if they wouldn't mind going up to the address and tell them to look out for Spike, give them a description, or Braidy, and just to tell them where we are and that we're safe and we're waiting.
Okay. And they will potter on off. We'll go back to the house. And Jack's parents just sort of sat there and they're like, a big sigh as Rax has left.
Look, I didn't mean to cause, all this. That little kid, I had some letters in my bag, and seemed like we were real close, and if he's willing to talk to me again, and I'd like to at least ensure that he doesn't feel like I abandoned him on purpose. Would that be alright with both of you?
Can't stop you from talking to them. You are siblings, after all. But don't go filling his mind with weird tales of fancy and grandeur. His place is here with us. We do not want another incident like you.
What if he wants to go and see the world a little bit before he settles down? Is that not something that you would allow?
Why would he want to?
Because there is a huge world out there full of amazing people.
And it is dangerous.
It is.
There are wars, there is death,
Not
famine,
everywhere.
pestilence. You may not see it, but it is there. And there is darkness that lies in people's hearts. That is why we keep ourselves pure by the will of Tyr.
And sitting here in your comfy house in this comfy city, ignoring that all of that exists, doesn't make the world better, does it?
Why would the world need to be better when people can come to a place where it's better?
Wouldn't it be greater if everywhere could have a slice of a place like this in it? Everyone could experience a little bit of joy and happiness in their everyday lives instead of constant misery. That's what I believe that I was trying to do. Bring a bit of laughter and happiness, a reprieve from the war and the death, make those lives a little bit sweeter.
That is fleeting. Providing mere moments when you can have lifetimes.
I wish it was easy enough for everyone to just come here, but if everyone came here, then this place would be overrun, as you said, with people with darkness in their hearts.
The plains itself, they would be able to purge themselves of this darkness, just as I purge myself of any darkness. And you can see that
I can understand that.
this is your father.
Mm.
He slides the chair around slightly and he pulls up his trouser leg, and you can see wrapped around his leg is a belt, and there are spiked barbs on the belt. And he says, "We remove our impurities."
Why on earth would you be inflicting pain on yourself like that? If your heart is good, you don't need to punish yourself.
For any bad thoughts, by removing them in this way, we allow ourselves to better ourselves.
I can understand that you believe that. I'm just not sure that that's what I want for myself, and I'm sure this is a conversation that we've had many times before from the look on your face. I appreciate you talking with me.
Just don't go making him want to leave. With you gone, he is all we have here now.
You mentioned money earlier.
Yes.
Are you hard up?
For a while we weren't. As I said, we had consistent income,
Mm-hmm.
but
Is it hard to find work here?
with work it is achievable. And your mother was trying to say, I cut the local woods, and they got very calloused hands. I am the lumberjack, and your father here is the priest of Tyr.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is enough for us to get by.
I don't rightly know very much about Tyr and their teachings yet, again, but how do you feel about charity? If I were to donate to you or the church, would you be accepted?
The church will always accept, but I do not want your money anymore.
Don't want me and you don't want my money. And Braidy will stand up from the table. And look them both in the eyes, one by one. I'm gonna be staying at the Pilgrim's Passage with some friends of mine. You can find me or reach me. I go by Braidy these days. If you change your mind at all, but I don't want to take any more of your time.
Farewell.
And I'll just turn around and walk out the house.
Ouch.
And you see Spike outside. You don't see Sprite. And you don't see Rex.
Hey, Spike. Did you hear any of that? I don't know how good your hearing is.
The door was closed, so you wouldn't have heard anything.
Can I have
Nobody
tried?
raised their voices.
Mhm.
Sure, except
Were
for
you
Rex.
purposefully trying to yes, stop?
Yes.
Okay, roll me perception check.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, at the door, like
Oh, that was
no.
cocked on me. Come on. I think that I was in the way.
Hey.
And 19 plus whatever my perception I think is 6. 4.
Any of the majorly quiet moments, you probably wouldn't have heard, but you know the back end of that conversation, voices were a little bit more raised, and it was a bit more tense. You would have heard all of the back end of it.
I kind of give Brady a look that's like that it's kind of like looking slightly off at the face of like I heard but I'm not going to tell you, and then he says, would you like a walk on the beach?
yeah, that sounds good.
And
Where did Sprat fly off to?
at this point, the dog will be
Oh,
plodding along and say, you, and sort of looks at Spike and say, your fairy friend said that they're at the fountain and bakery down the road. Said to let you know. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
And he'll plod on off.
Oh, thank God, he wasn't expecting payment. I look at Brady and say, do you want to meet your sibling?
yeah. Yeah, let's do it. I think it might be good.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
you hold your ground admirably.
It's funny, it's hard to know what ground to hold. Do you know-
Yours.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't fully grasp your situation. I have no context in which to understand it in. But you were respectable. You did not bend. You did not bow. And you did not break them. Time may fix all things, or maybe not. But I believe at least you've met and you've answered these questions.
I should be so grateful that they're alive and
Should you? Or do you think you should?
I think there's a lot of people out there that don't have family that would be pleased to know that they've got some, even if they...
There are a lot of people out there. There's only one Brady. People's problems can help contextualize your own, but that is their problem. That's not yours.
Let's go corrupt some youth.
Speak for yourself.
And Brady lets out like a big laugh, like he doesn't. They don't know what they're gonna do, whether they're gonna corrupt them or not. Like it's all up in the air.
Okay. Outside the orphanage, you see a newly invigorated Link running up the street.
Oh.
Presumably doing a lot of singing.
Yeah, singing, strumming. Like, if there's anyone sort of in my way, I'll like just incorporate them into my song as I'm like just dancing down the street and just being merry as can be. Try not to get any.
You
more
probably
on
see
me.
a window from the orphanage opening and be like, "Be quiet!
Shut up!
Oh, it's you! Oh, it's you!
Ah,
Trying to read."
read. Have you still not learned?
Oh shit! He can talk again.
D, you shouldn't be trying to read. The children need a better role model.
Children need a better role.
I'm just gonna say that as loud as possible.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, we still
Close.
love you, even though you can't read. That doesn't matter. All right. Fine. I'll just shout, "Come on down, then, if you're finished."
Am I finished?
Yeah.
Oh,
You've come to the realization that none of these books hold much to
it's
you.
not gonna do much.
Imagine
It's
Dee's
six-
just sitting there
6
reading
and
like
9-year-old
A for
education.
Aarakocra, B for Bugbear. Doesn't teach me shit.
The little owl bear made friends
Yeah.
with the cockatrices.
I thank Daenerys, I say goodbye to the kids, and I open the door and see if he's still around.
I'm not. I'm expecting you to come out, so I'm like hiding a little bit.
If I don't see him,
So
then I'll be like, oh. And then I get out.
Bring.
Fuck.
Well, nice to see you again. So, what should we do now?
I don't know. Have you seen any of the others?
Not for a little while.
Mm.
I expect they will be at the pub or the most expensive eatery. Why don't we try that?
Lead the way.
Fair enough. Didn't expect that to work. All right. I'll just accost someone and say, "You there?
Ah,
Such a good move.
Where is the best tavern / eatery in this fair city?"
well, there's an exceptional bakery a few ways down that way.
Fantastic. And I'll just turn and start walking that way, and I'll say, "Give the man silver. It's the least you can do.
I'm looking at
Please,
that,
have a bit of generosity."
Excellent. Thank you very much. May the blessings of Mitra be on you.
Sure.
You say so.
And you?
And as we're walking towards the bakery, I say, have you tried eating or drinking anything here? I mean, when we fell into that water, like
The alcohol was okay. It kind of tasted like that water almost. That was not good.
Yeah, I'm not really looking to go back to that.
How was that a good night's sleep or?
Well, it was a lovely little concoction. I would very much like to get my hands on a few more of. They're a little bit in the pricey sort of range. I think we might be able to work out a bit of a discount though.
Okay. So to heal sore throats.
Oh, I assume among other things, it seems to be a bit of a panacea.
Nice.
The way he talked about it, I think they,
Who's
trumpet.
that? Oh, the trumpet.
I don't know.
Archon. Yeah.
Do trumpets have a gender?
Not sure if they care.
Our light guy identifies as a dude because that's what
That's true.
everybody thought of him as. So he was like,
So-
okay.
Yep, sure. I'm a
They,
dude.
they
If
didn't,
you say so.
they
Yeah.
didn't mention it, so they're a trumpet Archon.
Fair enough. Well, how about we do a few taste tests first, just to make sure it's okay.
Sure. I'm sure Spike will be up for that.
Did he get burnt as well?
No, but he's metally and
Oh,
hardy,
yeah.
so if it doesn't hurt him, that's good first step.
I suppose so. Where are the others?
The opposite way you want, right?
I just want Spike to drink it.
What was the last thing you heard about the others? Like, where?
Oh yeah, Braidy discovered that her parents actually are from here, as you.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they are. Okay.
And they decided they were gonna go and have a word with their parents, and the other two just decided that it was a good idea to go with them. They obviously just agreed that it was a good idea that they should come because they're so nice.
Oh, yeah.
I steered clear because I don't want to be. I know what they did to me. I know they will do it to her, and I don't want to be part of that.
Typical sheep, just sort of getting caught along, carried along. Anyway, come along, Dee. Let's have a drink.
Let's do it.
And we'll hop ourselves back on to the bakery before these two arrive. Timelines. We really won't be
Yeah.
timelines stuff.
You can hear some music in the distance.
Hours pass.
Yeah.
And
We're doing
as Spike and Braidy approach the fountain, you can see Rax and Sprite sat there eating a sort of twisted pastry.
I feel like Sprite would be animatedly regaling like a story. So as they get closer, you could just hear her going. And then, all right, we didn't realize, but they were soul coins. They were like dead people's souls, and you had to put them in the motorbike. And I was driving, right? And then D, the wizard, he's the wizard, right? You haven't met him yet, but he's really like, well, he's kind of an ass, but he's nice, like deep down. But you'll see anyway. And then we hit this rock, and I went flying. And then your sister / sibling, I get confused. They had to, and then I feel like I'm gonna interrupt it at some point.
I was going to see how long that was going to be.
That's great.
Just stand behind you.
So we got a new person giving us a rundown of the last 15 seconds.
Basically.
I just want to be like filling his head with adventures and like, you know.
And,
Usual shit that kids like, yeah.
Yeah.
and you see Braidy and Spike, from when you saw them before, they were sort of very young. When they ran out, you know, their face seems to regress in age, and you can see that they're a bit more themselves now, and there's like a slight smile there, but like trying to keep it cool.
It's a fucking teenagers all.
Yep.
Trying to not let on that they're enjoying it, but it's a nice distraction.
I think
It's
without
a
even
traumatized teenager.
yeah, I think without
Why am I
even
here?
realizing it, like I think Brady's smiling a little bit, seeing Rax, and they're connecting the letters that they've read probably like a million times before they've gone to bed with this kid, and he's kind of goofy and he's like that awkward age, and I think it just feels good that they're in the same place. Are you guys sitting down on the fountain?
Yeah, I think we're like
Yeah,
on
on
the
the
rim.
rim. I'll just go up behind Rax and just like go like this on his shoulders, like from the front and the back, like boop.
And
Hi.
hi.
Are you feeling a bit better?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about all that.
It's okay. Your friend here was.
Sorry, did I interrupt? What were you saying?
Oh no, it's fine. I was probably boring him.
And then Rax will sort of come over to you and sort of whispering it. She's kind of cute.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm really floored with that one.
Teenage boy.
What have you guys got there?
Teenager in general, really.
Those little twisty things look. What are they? They look good.
Oh, so they take some goat's milk, and they take these sort of pastry and they wrap the pastry around the cheese that they make from the goat's milk,
Oh.
and they bake it, and it's here, and offers you a bite of
Can I have a bit?
theirs.
You sure?
Yeah.
And I'll just like rip a little bit off. Oh, hot damn, that is good. Y'all sure do have some good food here.
Just gonna rip off a piece.
Spike,
and,
you
like,
gotta try it.
offer it right up to your face. Want some?
I'll bite it.
And it is quite tasty. It's flaky and very buttery and very delicious.
I'll try and get on Rax's level, whether I'm like have to kneel down or sit down or whatever.
A little bit.
A little
They're
bit.
still growing, probably, you know, just under around 5 foot or so.
Look, Rax, I forgot everything when I was plunged in that river, but for some reason this just feels so familiar. And my parents are a lot.
Yeah, they. Since you've gone, it's as if you were never there. They don't even acknowledge.
That they had another kid. Yeah. Now, I know it would just shatter their hearts in a million pieces if you left them too. But I want you to know that it is your life and you can make, you know, when you're grown, you can make any decision you want because you're an individual being. You're different than them. If you want to stay and be part of the Church of Tyr and follow in our Papa's footsteps, you can, and yeah, I'm sure they'd be real grateful for that, but it's up to you.
I don't know, I feel we have so much to catch up on.
I want to hear everything.
I want to tell you everything. I want to hear all of these stories that your friend has been telling me.
Well, I'm sure they've got business they need to attend to, but I have got nothing on my schedule for the next few days. We can just sit and I can help you do the homework you need doing. I don't think, you know, our mom and dad would be very happy with us hanging out, but if you want to, I'm up for it.
That would be nice. I haven't seen you in years. I haven't heard from you in months.
I've been reading your letters, and I go into my pack and I pull it out, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like the Lich page, and I'm like, oh shit, that shouldn't be in there. Put that in my pocket. I got all your letters, and I've been reading them, and you are just turning into such a cool human being, or changeling being. I got a lot of questions for you too.
Well, yeah. It would be nice to catch up. And at that moment you hear a very loud, obnoxious song, probably.
Beautifully
So-
obnoxious.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that as you sing, there is a resonation of some sort that creates that thunderclap thing, and that's how you cast spells.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. I kind of don't think of it like that. It just happens. Like, I know,
Just
I know you're.
happens.
Yeah, well, I know you're very like, but like, it feels like it's got to come from within you. You know, like it's got to be meaningful. It's got.
And you guys then spot sat at the fountain on the corner by the bakery. Spike and Brady sat with. Neither of you have actually seen this individual before, but like a 5 foot tall, kind of pudgy, messy, brown haired.
Ah, they're here.
Ah, there.
Opportunities.
Oh, there.
I start walking away.
Oh, come on.
I start waving energetically. Hi! Are you better now?
I think so.
Oh, good. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, good.
I can shout from here, so that's something at least. Spike, can you hear me?
keeps walking.
Into the sea.
Into the sea. Straight to sea.
Straight down.
Thaumaturgy.
You're so heavy.
Spy! Just gonna like rattle the windows of all of them.
I am gonna quickly go to a random civilian. Wait, did I say civilian? Random dude, random person, and I'm gonna ask them what's the legal drinking age.
He's gonna make more friends that aren't us.
Depends upon the racial age.
Oh.
For a changeling.
For a changeling,
Probably human, sort of.
yeah, I would probably say 19. Just because they have a lot more varied emotional range. So they reach maturity a little bit older than humans do, but their lifespans are significantly shorter than dwarves, elves, and so on and so forth. That's the legal drinking age.
It's legal enough. And yeah, I will turn back, nod, and just wave.
You did see me.
And everyone is reunited, and Rax is there talking with Braidy.
And it feels.
How did it go? Did it go well? They seem to be getting on well.
Yeah.
About as well as one can expect.
They're getting on well. The parents, like, nope.
Nope.
Let's
They're
not even
dead.
go there.
No, they're alive.
Ixnay
Oh,
on
and,
the parents say. I don't actually know how that works, but
Whether or not that's a good thing is one thing.
heard on a movie.
They were not welcoming.
It's not
Shall
one
we
of the
say.
languages I'm proficient in.
No hotpots for us later.
That's a shame.
How was the reading?
Boring.
Boring. You love reading.
No, don't say that. You're getting there. You're gonna get it.
Nick made a
Look of disdain.
Nick made a joke.
Vicious mockery.
I just
I've
take
been
it.
subtly
I'll
taking
just
one
take
hit
it.
point off you, like with everything.
Yeah, so he can speak now, so yeah.
I noticed.
We're back to listening to that.
There we go.
Come on.
Have you got a song for us?
Of course I do.
Please. I've just spent an
Hey,
hour
shush,
walking
shush,
with
shush,
them.
shush. Yeah, but we haven't caught up yet.
And I'll sing you a song about I'll sing you a song about the magical elixir that I have just imbibed, ambrosia, and with little allusions to the fact that I may be acquiring some more at a significant discount.
I'm gonna get a pastry. Anyone? Pastry?
Thank you, I'm full.
A cardboard signed manifest in my hands, and it says 5 silver for performance.
Wow. Nice.
Drink
Get a hat.
ambrosia, magical elixir. Nothing fixes quick, sir.
True, sir, true. Turn into a little cockney. Yeah.
Excellent. So, Braidy and Rax, what are your plans? Are you going to
I don't know what his schedule's like, but
stay off?
I will spend as much time with him as he wants until he gets sick of me. And I'll, let you guys know.
Mm.
I'm gonna hang out with my kid brother.
Sounds good.
Fair enough.
I guess we'll see you at the Pilgrim's Passage. Rain check on that beach walk.
Enjoy your time. And he looks away. I was like, fuck, thank God. Oh, I don't have to do anything.
Waking you up at 4 a.m. tomorrow for a beach walk.
Social.
And calisthenics.
They change rooms.
Okay. So, Brady's going to spend some time with Rax. What would everyone else like to do here?
I am gonna try and find someone that deals
Oh no.
in gems.
Smart.
So you're looking for a merchant, or are you looking for the mayor that...
We wanted to book a meeting, didn't we? Arrange
Oh,
a
did
meeting.
we?
See the
Oh,
mayor
yeah.
about a trading permit.
The deals
Oh
in what?
yes.
We wanted to get the. So basically, we may have not mentioned this. When we got the amber gem which is the key
Mm.
to get to this plane,
Yeah.
we were supposed to pay a certain amount of gold, but the guy that was selling us the gem said that if we could take the gem for free if we got him a trade deal or a trade route of some sort
Okay.
in this plane. So when we went to trade the silver, I think it was when we traded the silver for the gold or the gold for the silver,
That's right.
the Dragonborn mentioned that a trade permit would be issued by the mayor. So if our idea was to get some sort of meeting or agreement with the mayor to talk with this trader that we're in contact with. So yeah, that would be a good show or something to do.
Also, if you do want to trade any gold in for silver, because they don't accept gold here.
Don't accept gold.
It's
wrong with them?
heavy on the soul.
What's wrong with them? Exactly.
Sprite says it like she's known it all her life.
That's
and
why
hasn't
you
just learned it.
spend it. You get rid of it.
Good point, actually.
We found these dragonborns, and they will trade it in if you want. They take 1 copper off of every gold that they swap in. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
That's not
It's a
too
pretty
much, I
good deal.
suppose,
It's a
yeah,
pretty
that's-
good deal.
They obviously don't have usury rules.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well.
so if we perhaps go to the mayor's house.
Is there
Town hall.
Yeah.
Town hall.
Mayor's office. I
And
suppose.
see if we can get some sort of agreement signed up or penned.
Sounds good. We can do that.
Also, and I cast a spell.
Hey.
And I go invisible.
Oh.
Roll me a D100.
Oh!
39.
You
It's
turn
permanent.
invisible.
Nice.
What was it?
You
I
turn
turn
invisible.
invisible.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what? Where'd you go?
I pull your hair on one side.
Ass. I told. I'm going to shout Rex. I told you.
That's a new trick. I say to the air where I
Yeah.
assume you are.
Get off.
And I like jab you in the throat.
I don't like that trick.
Where's the drink?
Change back.
It was gentle. It was gentle.
What are you doing?
And I
Wait,
release.
wait.
What?
You just touched him. And you
It wasn't an attack.
Okay.
It was
I was
Like
like,
that.
that was gonna be a
If that happens, I go,
if you want to make an attack, that's fine.
Fairy Fire! And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Oh,
Make a save.
Roll me a D100.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it's everyone in like a 20-foot radius,
Any
isn't it?
spell cast
Any spell cast in the plane, is it?
Oh, what?
Oh, I don't know.
could be
something's happening when
First
you're
time I've
doing
seen it.
Shit.
some dampening
No,
field
but
or
I mean-
protective thing.
Fairy Fire is like everyone in a 20-foot
Oh yeah,
radius.
it's like 20-foot cube. So it'll be all of us. I mean, it doesn't hurt you or anything,
Roll it
so...
first. Let's see if it takes effect. Whoa,
Oh.
that's low.
7.
07.
07.
Spell does not go off.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
I think you've messed it.
Does the spell slot get used?
The spell slot does get used.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
what?
shit.
I instantly come out of the thing and you alright? I didn't mean to like stab you that hard.
Oh, maybe it's because they're not good enough.
What happened?
Come on, I just got this fixed.
Oh right.
I don't
yeah,
know.
they're
I felt like it
confused.
was-
Spell slot doesn't get used, but it does use your action.
Okay.
Ah.
It was there. It was like, you know, when you sneeze or you don't sneeze, it's like it's just there and it's like building up in your head and then it's gone.
I did feel
It's so it's so frustrating.
I did feel something, but it did go through, so I didn't like. I assumed it was because it's a new spell and I'm not used to it. Just yet,
I extend a water skin to you. Water for his trying times. And I don't let go of it.
You wanna try this first, T?
I'm not thirsty.
I
take
don't want this.
I take it back.
Mm.
Come on, I'll get you.
It was
I
a
did.
joke.
Seems like I did cause it, so perhaps I should get you a drink.
I don't want to lose my voice again. All right.
As much as that would, give us some peace, I don't want to see a friend upset.
Can we see you again?
Yeah.
That's a nifty little trick. Where did you pick that up?
My reading.
Ah. Reading is good.
I read, and I know things.
I'm going
That's
to
what
head
I
to
do.
the mayor's office. If anyone wants to accompany, feel free.
Let's
Yep.
do it.
I'll come with
Let's do
you,
that.
but I gotta go do some meditations today. After we do the math thing.
Meditations.
Yeah.
Is this a thing we do now?
We're all doing
Something
this
I
path
do.
thing, aren't we? This path
Mm.
thing requires meditation. I didn't tell anyone. Like that library on that that orphanage was terrible, but I contained myself and didn't tell the headmistress how terrible it was. I didn't explain to her how she should conduct her business. I didn't do any of that. I feel like I'm in the path for enlightenment. I was just gonna put it out there. Or perhaps I shouldn't say that. I think that may have been a step back by pointing that out. Anyway, let's go.
You're working on it. So question, how does mine actually work? 'Cause I haven't been here.
Oh.
So mine's like introspection and like inner peace and stuff like that,
Yes. So,
Mm.
in order for you to practice your path, you must go through meditation. You must cleanse yourself spiritually, not physically.
isn't it? Good. Touching that water.
Fasting is something you
Not
can
an
do.
option.
You can also, through your meditation, attempt to induce trances of visions.
Wait, we actually have to do something?
I mean, you have to encompass the things.
Oh, God.
Yours is different than Josh's, though, right?
Yes, it's a
Oh,
different
they're
path.
different
So
paths.
So
Alright.
he chose the Mystic Union.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas
So
you chose
What I'm
the-
hearing is, I gotta find a dealer.
What?
I need some drugs. I'm not doing this sober.
That'll go well with the cleansing.
Yeah. I'll cleanse afterwards. It's all a process. It's a,
Incenses.
Could always join
Yeah.
me in my morning, exercise, bit of yoga, bit of jogging.
I believe in experiencing everything once, and I've done that one. Not a fan.
Try anything once.
Yeah.
And I did it, and I didn't like it.
So, all right, I'll keep that in mind. Inner peace, inner peace. Here we come. All right, let's go. And we'll head off.
What is this? Do we know where the mayor's? All
Yeah,
is?
so you briefly asked the Dragonborn
Hmm.
at the bank, and they pointed you to the upper tier of the town, where all of the lawmakers and lawkeepers are, the court rooms and the housing for all of the individuals that do this. So as you head up to the top, you can see that the big temple that's at the top of the town gets a lot closer. The temple was, I believe you passed the check for Mitra,
Mm-hmm.
and the symbol is a seed that is sort of sprouting.
Oh.
It is within the depiction of a sun, which I forgot to mention before.
Ooh, that sounds pretty.
And the town hall is opposite this temple. And you can see stood outside a couple of, there's an elf, male elf, and a female human standing guard at the entrance of the town hall.
This looks like it.
Made of the same white stone that pretty much the whole town is made out of.
Where is it in the?
So, on the map, if you look at the very top of the... Yep. It's somewhere among there. I can't...
Okay,
So
by
maybe
the
this.
by Lion's Pride.
Yeah, by Lion's Pride.
Yeah, somewhere over there.
Those big buildings.
There should... there might be a picture of... It's very hard to see on it.
Mm.
Of the temple in there.
There's lots of buildings, but
But yeah, so it's in that upper essence of the town.
Hmm.
Well, you think we need an appointment?
Let's see. It doesn't seem like it's a very busy place.
I feel like I need to channel a great man and just announce myself and demand their leader. Using my full name as well.
Take me to your leader.
I am Spike.
strangely familiar.
That's
Yeah.
the way you wanna play it.
We can do that if you want to try and bowl them over with authority. I can be a
No,
herald.
We'll do this with proper functionality and enter the town hall.
Okay.
Do they stop us from going in if we
They do not stop you.
I just nod at both of them? It's like,
Morning.
I'll try and find a receptionist or a desk.
Okay.
Anything that looks like it.
Yeah, so as you enter in, there is a desk situated in the centre of the chamber. Sat behind it, you see you might have seen some of these floating around the Sigil, but essentially a sea elf.
Ooh.
Cool.
So an elf that has sort of like a bluish tinge to their skin. You can see that they've got sort of gills, which at the moment are sealed shut, and sort of like fanned pointed ears as opposed to the regular pointed ears of elves. And
No hair?
no hair.
Cool.
And,
That's how I like my sea elves.
and as you approach,
That's how I imagine them. That's, like my head canon for sea elves. There's no hair.
that's fine.
Fair enough.
As you approach, she says, "How may I assist you today?"
Are we able to meet with the mayor?
Unfortunately, Libes is out at the moment. All of the Lamassu here are currently at the White Moon.
Lamassu.
What is the White Moon?
What's
It
a
is
Lamassu?
a pilgrimage that all of the Lamassu take together.
what are the Lamassu?
Lamassu, they're the normal guardians of Heart's Faith. Large winged lions.
Oh.
Very
Right.
cool.
So all of them have gone.
That's all.
Yes, it is a annual calling that they all participate in.
How long for?
Yeah. All the lions
Probably
away.
for the next part of the remainder of the week. Today is, and I'll look through on a calendar. I'm looking through on my calendar.
So a waiting room is probably
Yeah.
out of the question.
Perhaps a representative.
They should be away for the next 3 days. We do have Cauldronborn. He is the de facto mayor.
Cauldron born.
Yes.
And this person will have the authority that the mayor has.
They are the stand-in mayor at the moment, whilst
Would we be able to meet with them?
certainly. Just the four of you?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's right.
For now, yeah.
Excellent. Let me see if he is available for you. And she'll stand up from the desk and...
Sorry, it's mighty rude of us. What was your name? We've been very helpful and we've been quite rude.
Laria.
Alaria.
It's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, may I take your names? Sorry, how rude of me.
Well, the
D.
thing is, we don't really know. Oh, Sprite. It's a long story.
Sounds very interesting. The rest of you?
Link.
Spike.
Spike. Excellent. Give me a few moments and I will see if he's available.
Sorry, were you going to go into some sort of, what were you?
I just
Keep it secret? Did I make a mistake there?
no.
Oh.
I just interrupted you by
Oh,
accident.
that's alright.
Sorry, dude.
Alright.
Yeah. Just whenever anyone asks my name, it's kind of a sore subject, and I kind of want to explain, and then I'm like, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, about it.
But doesn't it bother you?
What?
Well, we don't know what. Oh, we do know your name. Sorry, D.
We're at different stages of this journey.
Yeah.
I'm at the post. You're at the pre.
Yes, the pre-naming process.
The post meeting the family process.
Yeah.
To be honest, the way it's going, I'm not sure if I want to meet my family. If I have any family.
Yeah, it hasn't
It's not gone
exactly
very
been-
well for everyone so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
There is a closure to it. There is a,
yeah.
the process somehow, even
Oh, I
though
know.
it can be painful, it then leads you to the next stage. So
Yeah. Just have a feeling that mine's going to be even more painful than I can imagine.
well, let's be honest here. You're the one that's looking the most like you may have a functional family at this point.
Jar Daddy.
From what you told us, it's dangerous to even go back to where you're from.
Indeed.
And you know my story.
Yeah, and all we know about me is probably everyone I love is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But there will be a reason for it. There will be.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a reason for it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, there's something at play, isn't there? There's something in my past has happened. Something big, something bad, something evil.
That's the feeling you're getting.
Yeah,
I
and the
mean-
closer I get to it, the more I realise that I'm gonna have to actually go and deal with that shit, and it's really scary.
We still don't know why any of us ended up in hell.
We died, killed ourselves,
Yeah.
something like that. But
We
there
don't
was.
know if whom we made a pact with.
But
to
there
meet
is
them.
a pact.
I
there
mean,
is a
I
deal of
understand
sorts.
you.
Yeah.
Like, you were into some pretty dark stuff. But, like,
Uh,
come on. Why did I end up in there? Brady seems alright.
The deal may be related to it. Let's be honest.
We were all desperate at one point, and
Yeah.
we all made a deal.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
The nature of our characters doesn't preclude any of that. Anyone can be desperate, and desperate people attract attention from those kinds of
Predators.
powers.
Well, if I see them, I will run away.
Probably very wise.
Because, yeah.
Wow. We don't have to worry about
Oh,
that
some
today, do
heavy
we?
shit for
I'm
12
sorry.
o'clock.
Hey, you asked me.
Yeah, we only had cheese for breakfast. Come on.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
Alaria just listening to all of this?
Alara's
She
gone
left.
off.
Oh,
to-
okay. I was just imagining her like.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
this is juicy.
Mhm.
Go on.
Mhm.
Imagine if you, like, lost your vocal cords and you made a deal to get them back.
Oh, no. Don't even entertain that idea.
And you
I
wanted
feel
freedom.
like I know that story from
And
somewhere.
I wanted something that I don't even know. Let's not talk about it. And you, I don't know, what did you want? Like, maybe you lost your wings and you need your wings back.
I mean,
Why is it always
I love
lost stuff?
flying, but
Because that, desperation, it comes from
Maybe.
a need of something.
Or maybe we were pushed to a desperate situation.
What did you lose?
My mind, it seems.
You lost the use of your legs, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We quickly so forgot about
Everyone's
that.
just forgetting that bit. Like, why are you addicted to drugs? The pain.
Oh
We
yeah.
did,
Pain
we did
meds.
fall down to something.
Yeah.
didn't we?
Big opioid addiction.
Well, we've all got a past, I guess.
Mm,
But you know, guess we just gotta keep moving forward.
That's true.
it's the only way.
Hmm.
And
I feel like-
stories just what we create.
I don't know.
Where's the Larry, for goodness sake?
And she starts coming back.
Oh.
Just in time.
Yes.
Just in good time. Yes, Cauldronborn will see you.
Oh.
Is that their name?
Yes.
Are they what are they a human or an archon or I mean
Why are you whispering?
I don't know. I'm just
Don't whisper.
You
It's
always
really
ask
quiet in the
everyone what
recording.
they are.
Yeah.
well, I don't normally.
Perhaps it will help us with the interaction, because we do want to make a good first impression.
Yeah, I'm just curious because you don't often hear people. Well, you said that's their name, the Cauldronborn. Like first name the, last name Cauldronborn.
His name is Cauldronborn.
Okay.
Cauldron is first name.
Cauldron.
Mr. Bourne.
Mr. Born.
Mr. Bourne.
Born. Cauldronborn.
It's just Cauldronborn.
Okay, that's what I was. I wasn't sure if it was a title
I think
or if
we're,
it was like you know like
we're
the
thinking
art-
we're thinking too much about this.
Okay.
I think we need to go in.
Yeah.
I think we should just go in.
Just
No, I get you.
I
I get
love
you.
how nervous you are. It's so cute.
No, I totally get you. I'm just saying, like, maybe they're. I'm sure they're busy.
It may be very obvious. He may just be a giant cauldron.
That's true.
Or something inside a cauldron. Anyway,
Do you think he's a soup?
Just floating.
And
in the air.
Alaria's face is just like.
Thank you
Wow.
for your thank you for your service.
And she'll beckon you into the
Saluda.
office.
Thank you. sir.
It's a very large office. There are 4 chairs situated in front of the desk. and there is no chair on the other side of the desk. And you see standing behind the desk a gold-skinned individual, sort of human in shape, with silvery hair and a big beaming smile on his face.
Oh.
And he also has silver eyes.
Wow.
Doesn't he even have a cauldron for a head?
Nope, no cauldron for a head.
Mr. Coltonborn, I presume.
Ah, yes. Hello, how's it going? Which ones are you? Link?
D.
I'm Spike.
Spike? Sprite?
Sprite.
And Spike.
Sure.
Excellent. I'm Cauldronborn. How are you all doing today?
Fantastically, now that we've met you.
Yep.
Ah, excellent. Well, lovely to meet you.
We do have a bit of business we'd like to propose. Something that is mutually beneficial. Sorry, I've just lost my voice for quite a while. But still getting it back. Mutually beneficial for everyone involved.
Oh. Okay.
Does this not...
Trading opportunity.
Do they not...
I was just hoping that somebody would just come and say hi.
Oh, well.
Oh.
It's always business when people come and visit.
No, I mean,
So it's just...
we'll hang out afterwards, of course. I mean, we just want to get this...
We'll go for dinner.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't we take you for dinner?
Ooh, that sounds lovely. I haven't had lunch yet.
Well, lunch
we'll
it
take
is.
you for
Lunch
lunch.
it is. Lunch it is. Lunch
There's
it
no
is.
lovely pastry shop.
Oh, is it the one by the fountain?
Yep.
Yes.
Ah, excellent.
Thank you.
Let me just go and grab my bag a second.
Before we get there, let's please discuss the matter of why we were here first.
It's only a little thing. Let's just hash this out.
Oh.
And we don't have to think about that, do we?
Okay. Yeah, sure. What can I do for you today?
We represent a gem trader who wants to open shop in Thingy's Rest? Pilgrim's Rest?
Heart's face?
Hearth's Face.
Heart's faith.
Hearth's Face.
Ah,
Hearth's Face.
Oh yeah.
It's
Do you-
hard to say.
do you know the name of the
That's hearts.
merchant?
Yes, canonically.
Yeah, I'm
Is it
like.
Say
Lionel's
it now.
Riches? No. It's,
Lionel's Riches.
No, that was
No,
the other
no.
guy.
Lionel.
Lionel's Riches.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you remember that?
Sorry.
Were you not there?
I was not there for that one.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Not Enrique Woodhouse. That's someone else.
I definitely heard it somewhere.
Wood Hollow, please.
It's Kegel Bright, the Gems.
Kegel!
The
The
Gems.
Gems. With a Z at the end.
Gems with a
Yes,
Z.
it's the Gems. We got Mr. Bright. He sponsored our trip here, and in exchange we represent his interests.
Excellent. And you said he was trading in
Gems,
gems.
as the name indicates.
Excellent. Nice chap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seem honest.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
We don't do deals with anyone that is below board.
Do you have the a letter of request? Ah, excellent. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So, do you give us a letter so we can hand it to him, or shall we just
Uh,
say?
Sign a thing?
Yes, I've not done this before. Sorry, I'm not the normal mayor.
Of course, yeah. Take your time.
You're doing a fantastic job, I just
Oh.
want to say.
I
Well,
believe a
thank you.
trading permit was the one that we needed for this.
Yes.
Yes, that is the light blue form. Give me 2 seconds, and you can see he runs out to the hallway and opens the door
Should we go get a
and says, "Can I get the light blue form, please?" And
God, this guy reminds me of me and job so much.
Yeah.
what?
Of me and my job.
And the receptionist will run back in.
Yeah, pre-orders. That's the blue one, right? Not the pink one?
And we'll run back in with this little blue form hand over. Thank you. And she'll wander off and say, right, pencil. Ah, excellent. Kegel Bright.
Kegel Bright from the Gems.
Excellent. Do you know how that's spelled?
TAG space GEMZ.
Okay, and the trader?
The trader.
Kegel.
KEGEL space BRIGHT.
Excellent. Trading in gems. Excellent. This is valid for a year. It can get renewed 1 month prior to the expiration.
My pen, please.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Thank you.
He's sort of popped it in his pocket and he gets it out and gives it back to you.
This guy's great.
Lunch?
Of course, let's do it.
Excellent.
Pastry. Again, yes, let's go.
Along the way, I'd like to know how you are the replacement mayor.
Well, so we hold an election every 4 years.
What is that?
What's an election?
Yes.
It's when you get a bit older and you start to feel these feelings. No?
So we put on like a little, not a parade. We go around and we ask people who they would like to represent the town in the mayor election. Labour has been the mayor for that's part of 100 years or so.
Your people choose their leaders?
Yes.
I don't understand the concept.
Casting their vote.
Yes.
Is that a type of spell? And like the strongest one wins?
Their votes. good
No, so we say like the nice things that we would like to do for the people, and they pick
Make their
who
pick.
they think would be the best to implement that.
Oh, it's who can lie the most. It's the best liar.
I see.
Yeah.
I understand.
And
Right.
usually the person that gets the second most comes in as the
Fair enough.
the reserve mayor.
The first runner-up,
Yes.
not the second best.
It's a very nice way of thinking of it.
And what's with all of the Lamassu?
The Lamasu.
Lamassu. The big lines. What's like why are they running the place? Like what does everyone just love them? Do they vote for them? Is it like
Well,
they're scared of being eaten? What's the deal?
the Lamasu are the protectors of the town. They're all usually we'll point to the top of the building and say just keeping an eye out and making sure that everything is going swimmingly.
But not now.
Unfortunately, once a year they are called to the White Moon, and
So you're saying if there was a time that town would be theoretically the weakest, it would be in these preceding 3 days.
yes.
Unrelated question. That magical elixir, ambrosia. Where does that come from?
That is, I'm not entirely sure. It's produced by the Tome Archons.
Okay. Maybe a better question. Where is it stored?
You're getting
I'm not sure.
an uninterrupted stare.
As I said, it's produced by the Tome Archons.
Don't have to suspect a thing.
It's their main source of nutrition. I don't know the process that they use to make it, and I'm not sure where they.
Oh.
If we were to want to buy some, where would we go?
I'm sure some of the other Archons may have some.
Right.
Fair enough.
We'll pay off the
It's
fair
not
price
very-
for it.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah,
It's not very
yeah.
common,
Oh,
but
that's
It's not.
no.
Oh. Oh.
As I said, it's their main source of nutrition.
Shame.
Ah,
Speaking of nutrition,
yes.
here's the bakery.
And
Nice.
they'll walk you over, and he'll order 3 of the cheese.
Do people recognize him?
Yeah, people recognise him. Every now and again you have the individual going, hey, and then he'll be like nodding and.
So it's like
That's cute.
nice kind of recognition, not like rabid, popular.
Yeah, everyone seems very pleasant.
So do you enjoy the
Fuck, they vote this guy?
do you enjoy your position here? What was your
This confuses me so much.
how did you get people to vote for you?
I went around and asked them if they would vote for me.
Just like that?
But surely other people did the same thing.
Oh, yes, they did.
How?
They really like my smile.
Oh,
And he has a remarkable smile. It's quite
It's a
pleasant.
good
His
smile.
teeth are beautifully clean and white, and they sort of glimmer in
And you are,
the twilight.
They're very sharp, I imagine.
I'm not sharp at all.
Oh.
and you are thus a decision maker.
I'm the second mayor, so
It is still an influential position. Am I right?
I suppose so. I don't have to do all that much most of the time, to be fair. Leves is...
But you are the mayor now,
Yes,
so you do have significant amount of influence.
I would suppose so.
And you have been voted in because they
Oh, this-
like you.
This is their
Yeah.
smile.
It is a nice smile, but I would. It is not a concept I understand.
This is a strange place.
If they choose their leaders, then that is interesting.
Yes.
Seems to work, strangely enough.
I give D a look, and it's like looking back at the mayor, and I look back at D. So it seems. Anyway, this is before I think myself into oblivion. Let's get some food.
Excellent. And we'll pop on over back to Rex and Brady. So, where would you like to go with Rex to chat and catch up?
I don't want to take him outside the city walls, but maybe we can go sit by the harbor side and
Yeah.
just chat
Yeah, no worries.
if he's cool with that.
Yeah.
Or if he has a favorite place or somewhere we used to hang out or whatever.
The harbour side is perfect, and he'll sort of pop his feet off the edge of it and sort of dangle them in the water.
I'll do the same.
And he'll say, so, you don't know what happened to...
It's the weirdest thing. Sometimes things feel real natural. Was I really athletic before? Because I can do cool flips and tricks and stuff, but
Yeah, you've always been very active. You took over from Mother with the lumberjack.
the lumberjack in.
Yes.
Oh, that's why. And I pull an axe from my belt. That's why these must be. Okay, that makes sense. I've gotten pretty, decent, I suppose, at throwing them at stuff, which is quite cool. But yeah, lumberjacking. What's it like in the house these days? Do they treat you well? They treat you okay?
Yeah, when Mother had to start working again,
Mm-hmm.
they became a bit more bitter. You used to do all of the earnings, and Mother's not quite what she used to be. She's not quite as fast or strong as she was, or as you were. So she's working extra hard to try and make ends meet, and working under Tia is not exceptionally lucrative.
Okay. And are you studying?
Yeah, I've recently joined the local the school's ball throwing team.
Ball
Ball throwing.
Oh, ball throwing. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you would be really strong to throw a ball.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to run around with the ball.
Yeah.
We can't hold on to it for too long, but every now and again, when we make it to the other side, we have to throw it,
Mhm.
and it goes in this like little ring that's suspended in the air.
Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty fun. Hmm. You're looking mighty handsome. So much different than the picture I have of you.
Yeah, I'm going through the changes, so
Is this your natural form, or is this the form that you like to be in?
this is my natural form. It changes sometimes.
I've
Oh.
never met another
Oh.
one like us.
You don't know.
I don't.
At my age, we go through some changes. We can't always control how we look.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Can be a little embarrassing sometimes. But
Just what do you sometimes? And I'll make my nose into a pig snout. Do you sometimes get a funny nose, and I'll make my ears pointy, get funny ears, and then I'll shake it so that it's normal, or is it something else?
yeah. Sometimes you change into somebody that you're just generally thinking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Turned into sort of shyly look away people.
I can imagine that would be pretty horrifying in the moment.
Yeah.
You'll get better at it.
Hopefully. You're always very good at controlling yourself. You
I
always
was?
knew what you wanted and who you wanted to be at any given point, and you can get it perfectly.
You're so sweet, Rax. I can't believe I've been gone all this time and not talking to you. This is so good.
I missed you.
I think I missed you too.
Well, is there anything I can help fill you in with? I can't imagine what it's like to not remember anything.
The funny thing is, I don't remember what I don't remember, you know?
I can see what you mean.
Just for RP sake, I'll send you some messages. Is that okay?
Yeah, so was.
Because I imagine we'll be chatting for ages. I
Yeah.
don't want to bore these guys. So.
Is there any main questions about yourself and who you were that you would like to know, just for the sake of everyone understanding and hearing them on the stream?
So I went by Jack, and did I, was I in my natural form very often, or did I change my form a lot? And yeah.
So at the time that you were living there, you took your natural form as it was, but through the letters that you exchanged, you were experimenting with who you wanted to be, and so you would change yourself every now and again to be different people and different genders, and you weren't entirely sure at that point who you wanted to be as a greater scheme of things, so you went by they.
Okay.
Them.
Cool. That checks out. And our parents mentioned that this was a gift, right? Is this something that they believe that like Tyr is just bestowed upon us for a particular reason? Are we not allowed to use it? Like, what's the...
It's a familial thing. It is something that is passed down.
So our folks are changelings too.
Yes.
Cool.
But
And I'll try and get that name out of him too, like changeling the
Yes.
name. Yeah.
Excellent. Yes. So it's something that is passed down. The parents don't use it
Oh, ever?
ever.
Oh, so that was their like natural. That's just who they are.
That is their natural form.
Oh, okay.
They
Cool.
see it as a gift that has been passed to the family
Okay.
historically, what they believe through Tyr. Rax isn't so sure.
Rex isn't so sure.
Rax doesn't believe that Tyr would bestow such a gift.
Okay.
He's not 100% sure on whether he believes that Tyr is the right person to worship for himself.
Yeah, I'll dig into that a little bit. Like, how is he feeling about all of that?
But yeah, the family only see it as a gift in the fact that they can do it, but they are not obligated to do it.
Okay.
And
they never
deceiving people.
Use it for... Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool.
Anything else?
Just want to reiterate to him that, like, if he needs anything, like, I'm there for him, and I'll give him the address of the places in Sigil where he can get to us and
Yep.
stuff like that, and I'll get the address of where I can send letters to him. Like, will he get in trouble if I send it to the house and stuff like that? So.
And yeah, you can send it to the house.
Okay.
That's how you've always been communicating.
Okay. Cool.
Sounds
Yeah.
like you're telling a place where you can go.
I mean,
If you have any other questions at any other point, you
Yeah.
can send me a message and I'll do a quick summation.
we
I'll
need
cover
to.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's probably a good point for us to take our break anyway.
Perfect.
Okay.
So yes, we'll be back in 5-10 minutes. We'll fix the camera issues that we're having.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
drinks, whatever.
Get your
So,
knitting project sorted.
exactly.
Count me stitches.
So, we'll go a little bit forward to the later part of the evening. Holding one, unless you want to ask anything else.
Just hang out, be pleasant.
We'll, after we take a lunch break, head back to the office, as it were. So, whilst Max and Brady are catching up, heading into the town county, heading home, what would everyone else like to do? We've got about 3-4 hours probably of want to inquire into pearl diving.
I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh yeah.
There was a temple right directly to the
If you wanted to ask probably what about that, you will say itself. From Pokemon in regards to it. So if you wanted to inquire further into that, the temple itself would be the best way to adhere towards that.
Okay.
We could go to the temple.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fine, I'll go to the temple.
Yeah, well,
He
that's
wants to go scuba diving.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's not urgent if they're not looking for someone.
Or maybe they just don't want people to know.
Maybe.
It's not exactly a point of pride that you had them.
Source of shame, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's poke on that shame.
for profit.
As you head to the temple, it's nowhere near as bougie as the temple / bank of Bahamut. Everything is very bright. There's lots of lights everywhere, braziers, chandeliers, candles, just adhering the entire place. You can see that there are some slightly bluish tinged fires mounted on all of the sconces around the outside. It's a very bright place. And as you head in, you can see various individuals that are dressed either in robes. You can see the odd 1 or 2 individuals in various forms of armors. And what is your plan here?
Walk up to the front door.
Okay. As you head on in, you can see that it's not busy. You can probably see 6 or 7 individuals sort of milling about. But you are approached by an individual as you head on in that is dressed in very highly polished armor. This is a human male. He steps forward. You can see that he has blonde hair that is slicked back. It's not very long, but what there is sort of slicked back. And he approaches and says, "Can we help you?"
2 questions. What temple was this again?
The Temple of Mitra.
Mitra.
M-I-T-R-A.
Do we know about Mitra?
You know the name. They are the Vedic god of light. They are known as the light of blessings, god of warmth, light, growth, and friendship and contracts.
Okay, so good. Not that there would be bad ones here, but.
Yes.
Second question, can I see my face in his armor?
Yes.
Fantastic. I immediately respect this man.
Ask Kyle.
Yes.
This is a heavily polished armor.
I nod curtly to him and say, "Hello. This will be a slightly strange encounter, I suppose, but we have heard of recent issues in which your temple has been beset by, and we would like to provide our aid."
What is it that you have heard?
I kind of like raise an eyebrow and just incline my head slightly. Recent issues with items of jewelry.
We're talking about what has been affectionately referred to as the Star of the Deep.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. It's really not worth much. I wouldn't bother about wasting your time.
Inside check.
You can roll me an insight check.
I would also like to. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that.
Oh, that
I'm
was
borrowing.
19.
Oof.
8.
17 plus. Five. Oh.
14.
I got a 7.
22 in total.
Oh, nice.
22 in total.
I got too distracted by my own reflection. Who's this handsome devil?
Really shiny.
I really hope it's distorted though.
Yeah. Like as he's standing there, I'm just
And Link is just like
doing this.
So 22,
Stop.
8, 14, and Link
7.
7. Yeah, he doesn't think it's worth much at all.
Cool. And I say, well, that's reassuring to know that it's not damaged your temple in that regard, but I feel as pilgrims upon this path that we are on, it would be charitable of me to assist, I suppose. If you would allow it, of course.
And who are we speaking to? If we could perhaps have your name.
My name is Andre.
Andre.
And you didn't make him a giant?
And what is your, if you don't mind me asking, position?
I am one of the generals of the Paladins of Mitra.
Okay, wow. Damn. Is general like a title given to everyone, or is it like an actual...
I earned my way up through the ranks.
So that's a proper general.
Yeah. Are we
That's
like
good
North
stuff.
Korean general? Or
Yeah.
Are we perhaps speaking to you, and should we be speaking to someone? Perhaps you have other things to do and we are taking your time?
Oh, no, not at all. We're perfectly fine. You're more than welcome to do it, but I really wouldn't waste my time if I were you.
So it's not. I mean, it doesn't really matter to us if it's worth anything financially. But is it not important to someone in the temple?
I'm
or-
sure the individual that took it saw it as very important, but
And nobody is missing it. Nobody is.
it was something that was
back?
found, and now it's not. So, I mean, we gained nothing, essentially. But we've lost nothing.
Do you have any idea why they would take it?
Oh, no, I don't at all.
How big is this thing?
The size of a small child's head.
if
It's pearl?
Yes, in
If-
black.
we found this pearl, would you want it back?
We could take it off your hands.
I mean, as I said, we've gained nothing.
Then
We've lost
you-
nothing.
Fair enough.
Indeed.
Could you point us in a direction of where we
Yeah.
could perhaps investigate and try to find this thing and bring the foul people that took it to justice?
Well, there is only one way in and out, and it was being stored in the vault. I cannot give you access to the vault.
Shame.
Perhaps the path to the vault.
for.
If it wasn't worth anything,
Clues.
why was it being stored in a vault?
Well, I mean, we keep everything in the vaults.
Was anything else taken?
No?
Interesting.
So they
Then-
managed to break into your vault, which presumably is very difficult to get into, and they took something that wasn't valuable and presumably left things that were valuable.
Was this an acolyte that did this?
It just
Indeed, yes, it was.
Hmm.
it
Perhaps they
doesn't
had.
check out.
Perhaps they had access to the vault. They were part of the congregation here.
So, do you know who
In a
took it
position
then,
of
if you
power.
think it was an acolyte?
Yes, it was Sarvan. He's been with us a while. Did not think he would be foolish enough to do something like this and then abscond, but
Did you go after him?
I mean, we pursued him briefly, but he left, and we were unable to track him down. As I said, it's not really worth the effort, so...
Left, as in he left the city, or left this temple.
He left the city, as far as I'm aware.
Right. What was his name?
Savan.
Sarvan.
Sarvan.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to keep an eye out for him.
Can you tell us about him? What was he like? Who was he?
What did he look like?
He was a lovely individual. He...
So clearly he felt very valued in this place.
yes,
He knew his place.
long brown hair. He had quite a large beard. He decided that it would be part of himself to not shave. Dresses in one of our robes, and as he points around, you can see everyone's dressed in like a very bright white robe. The individual talking to has a bright white cloak. And yes, but not too much of a problem. If you spot him, you can tell him to bring it back if you'd like.
Would you like him, if we were to capture this individual, would you want him?
Yes, we might be interested in questioning him as to why he did this.
So you're not interested
I'm
in
interested in
justice,
why he did this now.
in this, the fact that they robbed the temple.
I mean, as I said, if you bring him in, and we can certainly question him.
As a paladin, you really don't seem that bothered by this. This is theft from the temple of your god. Shouldn't you be enforcing this in a much more vigorous way?
Yes, I definitely should. If you would like to investigate, please do feel free.
What are your god's tenets?
Friendship, contracts, light,
How long have you been a general?
Bit lame.
years.
No.
Insight check?
You can roll if you like.
No, not good. 11.
This guy is a general of a paladin. He's not
Of
a paladin himself.
order.
He is the general of the paladins of Mitra.
So
Okay.
he is a paladin, and he's also the boss of a bunch of other paladins. Is that right?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Interesting.
The hell juice is
You
he
pick
drinking?
up on the fact that he, as a general, should know these things off by heart.
He's blagging. Blagging. He's Kyle trying to fix the scanner.
I Spike, very confused and internally very suspicious, nods curtly. Does anyone else have any questions?
This man is no channel.
Well,
Do you say that?
It's a very epic thing to say.
this man is no general. No general of mine. I'm gonna.
General Stanley is no orphan.
I'll turn.
Orphan or often?
Pirates of Penzance, anyone? No?
Sorry. I'll turn to some of the other acolytes or whoever is like in the room. You said there's like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, there's about 7 people in total, so yeah, there'll be 6 others.
Any other paladins, or are they just like clerics?
2 other individuals are wearing sort of armor. The rest of them are in robes.
Should we ask? Sort of people?
You go first.
Seems a bit strange.
Eileen,
Definitely.
We'll just ask around.
we should, and we'll back away from. Well, we'll like.
We'll back away.
More like.
And turn our back to him.
I'll continue. I'll
Something
continue
suspicious
talking. I'll
about this
continue
guy.
talking to this guy.
Yeah, and I just whisper to. I forgot your character's name.
Link.
Link. I whisper to Link. This is most strange. Perhaps that acolyte did more than just steal something. He must have, or perhaps could have, to lay the groundwork for the heist. Affected their minds somehow.
Does seem very un-paladin.
But then again, this place itself is strange to me. So I
It
don't
certainly
know
is.
where the line ends.
I mean, let's talk to some of the other paladins. See if they're as namby-pamby as this one.
Let us know.
I was expecting an iron fist. I mean, he literally had an iron fist.
No, as pretty as his armor was, there is something to be said about dirt on one's armor.
Yeah. Alright, this one over here. Alright,
That's Bill.
Okay.
we'll approach another paladin.
Okay, one of the orange ones. D, what are you talking to Andre about?
I cast Charm Person on it.
Roll me a D100.
God damn.
50.
Oh,
50.
50.
Oh.
Okay. The spell goes off.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
DC
Interesting.
11?
that means we have a minute.
We're about to get that combat encounter
That's right.
against the paladin general.
In his
That's
temple.
why he's got real shiny armor. He's never used it a day in his life.
Yeah. And hopefully he's forgotten how to fight.
It's like a butcher
spell does not
without a
take
bloody
effect.
apron. It's like,
Yeah.
what are they even doing?
There we go.
Is it
Deal.
verbal and somatic?
Purple Smash.
Okay. What is that you were doing there?
Only a small cantrip to lighten the mood. I feel like you're not being quite forthright in this.
I mean, you're strangers to this land, are you not? I've never seen you around here. You're not worshippers of Mitra.
This
Yeah,
is
good
true,
point.
this is true, but we are on a path, a spiritual path, and we bear no bad feelings or no negative intentions. And as a paladin of Mitra, I feel like you should be a bit more truthful about your intentions.
Yes, well, I don't appreciate you casting spells on or around this area. I will have to ask you to leave.
Very well. You're lost, though.
Leave.
Guys, I'm leaving now.
You bought a couple of minutes, like a minute or so. What are you inquiring? So you head up to this individual clad in armor. It's not quite as shiny. It's sort of like slightly tarnished, but by no means it's not like bad armor. It's just not polished to a high shine.
Right. Hello there, my good fellow.
Good day.
May Mitra guide you. Just inquiring around about a certain missing item.
Ah, yes.
What do you know?
Well, I know one of our acolytes took it. Our general told us not to pursue any further.
Ah, you must be furious at this. This is an insult to Mitra, is it not?
I am, but we have our orders.
I mean, in the moment of action, you certainly gave chase. So why did you not pursue?
They extended beyond our jurisdiction.
And no effort was made afterwards?
We were told to stand down.
Is this normal behavior for the general?
I mean, He's usually a bit more diligent, but he gave us our orders and we follow them.
And far be it from me to suggest that you would break the wishes of the dear general. But this does strike me as a little odd. Does it not you? Like this.
Roll me a persuasion check.
This is an important item. Sure. Oh, I'm rolling like garbage. 2 plus probably 5, 6, so
He's
8.
chaotic good.
No, he's not.
No,
Oh, you're not?
I'm neutral.
Oh, you.
I
son
pulled
of a
too
bitch.
many shenanigans.
Fair enough.
My skin burnt in the holy,
No,
the holy water.
that's
That's
irrelevant.
That's
That's
irrelevant.
the tiefling thing.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
tiefling thing. No, fine.
Good try, though.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter any further.
Of course.
I'm
The
gonna.
paladins of Mitra. Tell me about them.
We adhere to the beliefs and uphold all that Mitra encompasses. We're not as aggressive as the Order of the Plains Militant. They're a little bit more iron-fisty.
Spike will shrug and say,
Try
Well,
anything once.
there is something to be said about ironclad discipline, as you seem to have. It's even impressive control that you allow yourselves to be humiliated in such a way by common thieves.
Now, I will not have you besmirch the name of Mitra and our paladins.
But me, you were stolen from. I had nothing to do with that.
It seems that we don't have to do much at all to besmirch the name of Mitra.
It seems so.
It seems as though her blessed paladins, and I'll just leave that hanging.
We were given our orders by the general. I'm sure he has his reasons.
Of
Of course,
of
the
course.
wise general, and of course you, my good man, are very, very accepting of these orders.
Hmm.
It's irrelevant, you know. Common thieves, they everywhere, in dime a dozen. Sure, it's only a momentary lapse from a single paladin of Mitra. Those renowned warriors. Thank you for your time.
Good day.
Good day.
I said good day.
And as we're walking away, I'll just very loudly to Spike just say, well, I really just hope it doesn't cast a pall upon all of the paladins. The actions of some, this terrible, terrible loss. And I'll just, like, as we're...
Now, I'll contribute to this by saying, can you believe it? A common thief, one of their own acolytes, in their very own temple.
I mean, if anything, it's opening them up to more theft and attack. They're showing weakness. But
Even
it's
the
not...
fishmongers are talking about it.
It's none of our business, I'm quite
Sprite
sure.
says loudly, like, even my legion of paladins would be horrified to know that I had even associated with such just like lackadaisical, what's the word?
Mm.
Yeah.
Are we,
Persons.
if I joined you guys, are we besmirching as we walk?
Yeah, as this happens, we're like, Deke, get involved.
Besmirch and
It's
walk,
real
besmirch
fun.
and walk.
I cast a spell in his face, and he asked me to leave.
Pathetic.
Wow.
I've done it before.
I once saw a
do you know
man...
what? Do you know what you usually do?
What?
They pull their sword out.
Wow.
He said, "Leave."
Wow.
No wonder they were stolen from.
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness, something a bit fishy going on here.
It is a bit weird. I think the rest of them, they're probably pretty angry about this, but I think it's the general.
Mm.
Can we go around them and perhaps speak to someone else?
We could try.
We probably haven't helped
Does-
ourselves by
Does the
besmirching them as
building
much as
and the
we did.
layout allow us to circumvent them and go into the temple, or
So you are in the temple. You're in the main sort of altar room.
could we like go around and just take a different path inside.
Yeah, can we
We
have
inspect the grounds or something like
You
that.
can inspect the grounds.
Yeah.
As a way of a back entrance to the temple, there is only the one main front doors.
Are there any like staff members that are distinguishable from like normal temple
Only
people?
the priests and paladins.
Maybe we talk to a priest, not a paladin,
Yeah. Here we go.
to see what they feel like. Like, what do they think about this?
So are you staying in the temple and talking to them?
Oh
No.
yeah, like
Away from him.
yeah, like as long as we're out of sight of him, maybe like in a little chapel or like a shrine or something. Just as long as we're
Aside them.
yeah.
Andre is expecting you to leave and is watching you.
I'll leave, and then is there like a column that I can just go
You
around?
can try and roll me a stealth check.
Sure, why not? Actually, I'll do that, and I'll as soon as I go behind the pillar, I cast invisibility.
Okay, roll me D100.
Excited.
God, please work.
86.
Okay.
Ooh.
It goes off.
Nice.
So, guys, I'm going under cover of darkness.
Why are you going to eavesdrop on someone?
That's a good idea. We'll get some more information. You do, and I'm just like, wherever you are, you come listen into the general.
And then you just hit right next to you. Okay.
Ugh, I hate when it does
I
that.
fucking love this spell. And I hit you in the neck.
Not today.
No, the back.
Oh,
God damn it.
Judo chop.
And I tried to go around and go somewhere else. If you guys are going to talk to the priests.
yeah.
Okay. So, as you wander and find a priest to talk to, they don't look quite as stern as the paladins are, and they sort of, as you approach, they do sort of like a sign of their hands like this.
Ooh. Bring their hands together like praying, and then
It's like the
And then
growth of the
separating
plant.
out.
Oh, clever.
Maybe.
Like it.
Sprite's going to do it back.
I nod correctly.
Hello there.
Hello?
Terrible business, isn't it?
What?
And we've just been hearing about the awful loss of.
But yes, we spoke to that person who said it was such a terrible injustice. Didn't they say that?
Yeah, injustice. That was the word they
Yes.
used. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the star of the deep.
Yes. But
Yes, it is a terrible shame. We thought it might help to bring some insight into what happens around in the seas when we are not able to see what's going on.
Ah. Oh. Is that why it's valuable to the temple?
I mean, it is a large pearl, so it does have monetary wealth. But the information that we could learn from such a thing to have grown to that size, and with all of the, the pearl farming that takes place, for something to get that large without anyone noticing.
And so it can be used for scrying sort of magic. Is this?
I would imagine so. Yes, it's quite unwieldy, but
We've been informed that the pearl was taken by an acolyte.
yes, it's one of our own. Perhaps they had a moment of weakness or something along those lines, and sought to further a personal venture rather than one of Mitra.
what a betrayal.
Indeed.
Were they a member of your clergy, or were they a member of the Paladin Order?
They were a priest.
Priest, right.
Would do apologize to insinuate, but would they have needed monetary relief from something? Would they have were they greedy? Were they interested in selling this off, or was it something more?
I never knew them to be interested in material wealth, but perhaps pressure was applied to him from an external source. I'm not entirely sure.
Who would be sure? Who could know such information?
Perhaps his wife?
Is she still in the city?
I would imagine so.
Interesting. Her name?
It's Salvina.
Selvina.
What was the acolyte's name again?
Savon.
And
Savon.
and Sarvon is he human?
Yes, he was.
I think Salvina's going to get a visit.
And this all happened when the Lamashu Guardians were away.
Yes.
Good time to commit a crime, I suppose.
Perhaps, yes. And with that, I'll hop over to our invisible whistle.
Trying to go into the inner.
Okay.
areas.
You're able to pass through a series of doors. As you head into the back behind the altar, you find yourself in a sort of corridor filled with various doors and a stairwell at the end of the corridor.
Up or down?
The stair goes down.
Do any of these doors have names or plaques or anything like that?
Yes, so as you have a look around, you can see that there are various names on each of the ones. You can probably reasonably assume that they are, sort of like personal quarters of individuals that would stay at the temple.
I'm going down.
You're going down. Okay, as you head down, you find yourself confronted with a iron-wrought gate.
Would this be like the vault gate, or would it be just a gate?
It would be reasonable to assume that it being a gate and locked would probably be a vault.
Anyone around?
Not in the corridor at the moment.
Does it have just a lock?
It does have a lock.
Just a lock. Okay. I'll look around, see if I can. See if there was at any point any kind of forced damage, like forced entry damage to this thing. If I can see any like recent repairs that were done. Perhaps someone took the gate off the hinges and they've been put back on. Whatever. Like just look around this area for
Okay.
any kind of clues.
Roll me an investigation check.
Jesus Christ.
You're
9.
terrible.
9.
Yeah, why are our dice?
That does not appear to be any form of forced entry. It doesn't look like anything's been taken off, like any hinges. You can't see any scratch marks in or around the lock that would insinuate that it had been picked.
And there isn't, a key on the wall that I can just open the gate with.
No, there is not.
So close.
Okay.
Worth a try.
Yeah. No nasty.
Time to use those muscles.
I think I may just go back. This is a dead end for me at this point. And I'll just go around and... Is there a place where they eat?
Yes, there is a mess hall on the other side of the shop.
If I go that way, and I'll just eavesdrop on people talking and see what I can hear. Like, are they talking about how the paladins are being shit? Are they saying, I wish someone, went and got this thing back? What's going on with the general? Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
any kind of strange thing.
So as you listen to a couple of paladins talk, they're sort of in the corner, tucked away, sort of out of general populations. I think there's probably about 5 or 6 people in this room, which is separate from the main chapel. And yeah, the 2 individuals sort of briefly discuss how it's weird that they were called off as they hit the town perimeter. They said that it's beyond their jurisdiction, but that's never been the case before. They've always, you know, had claims to other locations other than Heart's Faith.
So it's not normal for them to stop searching or stop doing something because it's out of the city's gates.
Correct. And you'll hear another pair, or just the acolytes, not paladins. And yeah, they never known anyone in Temple of Mitra to ever try and, you know, do something that would besmirch the name. All of them are very devout. They do their prayers. So the fact that he would have this sort of moment of weakness is very out of character.
Okay. I'll continue doing that. I have like an hour of invisibility, and then gather what I can, and then meet these guys where they were before, or try to look for them. If I see them around, I'll come to them and just whisper what I find. When I can see that they're not talking with anyone, so I can whisper and stay invisible still.
I think there's nothing else we need to do in here. We've got a name of a wife, so.
I would like to see what's inside that gate.
Oh, don't do that.
If you think the risks are worth taking.
I don't have the equipment or ability
I
to bypass the door. Not at the moment, at least.
No.
This doesn't really seem like the place where you would buy such tools.
No.
Was it like the bars?
Yeah, so it's if any of you ever watch Merlin, you know, it's sort of like a regular iron gate with bars and a
Could
lock.
Sprite squeeze through?
You're probably a bit too big for them.
If we come back tomorrow and you get me by that front of that gate, I could get in,
Yeah?
but not today, not right now.
No.
We should. Well, we have a name actually, Selvina.
What's that?
It's Sarvan's wife. Apparently, still in the city.
I heard some paladins saying it's a little irregular to stop a search at the city's walls, like they've been commanded to do.
It
I
sounds
knew that was
like
weird.
it sounds like it was
Usually
out of character.
They said that usually it never stopped them before from pursuing their prey or whatever they need to do.
I'm starting to think that the good general is more involved than one may expect.
Or replaced, or his mind has been
or
altered.
enchanted.
Yes,
Yeah.
I tried to charm him, and to his face, and he didn't get upset. Nothing. He just went, "Oh, that's not acceptable. Leave."
That's weird.
Yeah, I feel like you should have been smited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have smited.
I was half expecting.
Yeah,
You-
you deserved it. To be
Smoke.
honest.
You would smite
Smith
it when you
Smoked him up on the mountain.
He hath been
I just feel
smited.
like if he had the power, he would have done it. Like that. That's not.
No, it is incredibly unusual.
For such a seasoned
So he's suggesting that we
person.
jump him in an alleyway.
Perhaps not. He might
Oh, okay.
still be a formidable warrior.
Perhaps we follow him.
I think that would be a good idea. Maybe we go 2 and 2, some to Selvina and some to follow him.
Split the party. Cuckoo.
Always works.
We can. I am not one to. I'm not best equipped for handling dialogue.
Yo.
I do not have the statistics.
The experience.
Natural affinity.
Well, we have the most charismatic members of the party here. I think we can handle that. If you'd like to go with our sneaky wizard,
Fantastic.
and we'll see what we can do.
Stake out.
Excellent. Excellent. So, you're both going to head towards the home of the wife, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, those two, yeah. And you're both going to stick around the temple and sort of spy things out with Andre.
Anyone have a message?
Yes.
I've got a message. Yeah.
We told Brady what we're doing.
It's not that far.
No, it's like 120 feet or something.
Oh.
We can pay another dog. Get another dog.
We should
send a
probably stay
message.
They're so
in
cute.
communication between the two pairs.
We
Oh, we're
might-
gonna be are we gonna be ready for? Oh yeah, we are.
we might
But
be more.
but
How
you two
big is
can,
River
Oh yeah, we're
Styx?
quite far.
and we can.
Like
Like if we want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
from the Pilgrim's Quarter to the like Lawyer's Quarter,
Hearts
We could
Way.
do this tomorrow.
the harbor to partition.
We could, yeah.
After a rest and after Brady is good to go.
That's true. Yeah,
First thing
Yeah.
in the morning.
that's a good idea.
I feel like such a valued member of the group.
How about?
Perhaps we tail him today to see where he lives.
Yeah, and
That's
then
smart.
when he's out tomorrow, raid
Probably
the
about
house.
3 miles.
Okay.
3 miles is huge.
It's a decent sized city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that then.
Why don't we? Shall we break into a couple of groups to tail him, so that we can use message to be like, okay, he's turning a left. You guys take over, and then you take over it with the following.
So there's
So
no continuous.
2 people following him.
Oh,
Very smart.
that's why he's the smart one.
That's why you're the book smart one.
Just roll ones all the time, but apart from that,
We've all been rolling so
As soon
bad.
as you learn to read, then you'll start rolling better.
Wow. Shape
Don't
friend.
mess.
So
You're
the
literally
plan
a
is
wizard.
to
I
head back,
Oh.
take a rest for the night, and then stake him out and follow tomorrow.
No, I think we're
stake
gonna.
him now,
Yeah, we're gonna
so we
stake.
know where he lives,
Yeah, gonna stake him home.
and
Yeah.
then tomorrow act on it.
Okay. In which case, I think this is probably a good place for us to end the session there.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have a plan.
You have a
We're
plan?
sitting outside the temple because you said there was only one way in and out of the
There is
temple,
only
right?
one way in and out of the temple.
So we could sit in an area outside where we can see what's going on.
CCTV.
Okay.
You got flight. You can get up in the roofs.
So
And a
everyone
drone.
is going to be following him, correct?
Yeah, but in like a staggered kind of fashion, so we can never see the same person behind them at
Yeah.
all times.
Okay.
That makes
So the
sense.
4 of us never in the one place. But
Some of
we're
us
all-
might go ahead and maybe wait. And
Yeah,
then
we're
And then
all
we'll
like
message. We'll
in a
send a message.
broad
You're like,
area.
oh, you go. He's going left, and then someone else takes over
Yeah.
on the
and then they
pursuit.
could like go around the long and then like
Yeah, like a fucking
Coordinated.
well-oiled machine.
Like a well-oiled machine.
D-
Okay.
don't jinx it.
I'll resolve that quickly then. So, who's following initially?
How, if I could ask, how long does it take for him to come out?
How long's this
Short
shift?
rest.
4 hours.
Am I allowed to take a short rest in the meantime?
You can use that time to take a short rest. It will actually start to head towards late evening and Rax's bedtime at that point.
Ah.
Cool.
So, depending on what your plan is.
Yeah, we can send a message to Brady, like get a messenger person, not
Yeah.
Messenger dog.
not a message, and just say, meet us here at the corner of this and this, and we'll explain the plan.
Okay. What kind of messenger are you going for?
I don't know. The dog seemed good.
Dog would be cool.
Yeah?
Sure.
Reliable.
Talk to one of the food dogs.
Yeah.
And they'll ask for some scratches.
Sure.
And
Belly rubs or
I'll
no?
do it.
yeah, belly rubs as well. Brady's, you're heading back to the Pilgrim's Passage after Rax has departed.
That was a big dump of stuff. Lord dump.
Where did I even going with that?
We can even do like a little mini one-on-one session if you'd like.
Oh, that'd be super cute.
to go through this whole conversation. But yeah, you see a food dog show up, telling you that they're at the Temple of Mitra, and they're going to be staking out some suspicious activities. They won't tell you that.
But
Yeah.
You wouldn't have told the dog that, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Which
we
is
wouldn't
the
have
ro-
even said Temple of Mitra.
What
We would have just said meet us at the corner of this street and this street.
Yeah,
It was like, a street away or something like that.
Okay.
we're having some lunch
Yeah.
or dinner.
I need to come up with some code words.
Having a very dramatic.
We're having a steak out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really subtle. Nobody would ever crack
We're
that.
eating out. I'm thinking maybe steak.
Were you had
Yeah, I will. I'll get directions from this food dog if he's cool.
Yeah.
She, they, if they're cool. Do you need some payment? Are you alright?
No, I'm good.
You're
I got
so
payment
cool.
from belly rubs.
Belly rubs sound good. Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
You too.
And
I'll
I
make
assume
my way
Brady
over
will
there.
head on up.
Imagine that dog in Howl's Moving Castle, the one that gets
Yeah.
carried up
Yes.
the stairs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It does have a beard as well, I think.
So cute.
So, as Brady shows up, and you can take
Hey y'all.
a
How's it
short
going?
rest.
We're doing sneaky stuff.
And I'm assuming you'll clue them in.
Yeah.
Excellent. After 4 hours, so everyone can, other than Brady, can take a short rest. After 4 hours, he starts to leave. So the plan is 2 groups.
I think maybe more just like
Okay.
as
relay.
as a relay. Yeah.
Okay.
And the people with message will try to.
To coordinate. the
Coordinate.
relay.
Coordinate
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Okay. Can people reply with message? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if I fly out ahead
Yeah.
and cover that, I can. If you message me, I can relay.
Never
Yeah.
more than 120 feet.
No,
please.
but
Yeah. Sure.
Just so you know, I'm
Just
telling
for a
you.
different-
I'm giving you the spec of the mission
I
as D.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
As the mastermind
Y'all,
of the
this
plan.
is really clever. Have you guys been working on this for like 4 hours?
A little while.
Seems
Yeah.
like.
I mean,
About 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if we can practice this real good, we could like follow anyone. No one would ever know.
I'm gonna disguise myself in that short rest time.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
put
can
on my
just-
disguise kit and I'm gonna change my cloak.
I could be a different person every time he sees me.
That works.
I mean, same clothes, but that's okay.
but you could change your gender, and that would probably.
Skin tone and everything probably wouldn't even.
What was the team name?
Creative Oblivion?
Great.
Is that
Creative
right?
Oblivion.
Nice.
Alright.
Okay.
I
So.
like it.
I will at some point throughout this entire process have to have everyone that is doing the following roll me a stealth check.
Creative Oblivion. Break.
So I think we're all doing one part of it, aren't we?
Yes, everyone's doing one part, so everyone will be doing a bit of a stealth check.
Is there a chance that our messages improve the chance of?
Yeah. Coordination.
It will have an impact, but not for you guys.
Well,
So I
before
get
that
it.
happens, I'm gonna go. I've got 3 inspirations, I think.
Oh, sweet.
No, 4. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Save one. I'm gonna
I'm
cast
gonna
invisibility on myself.
Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
I'll say
This
one.
gives me
Do I
advantage.
get advantage because I'm a changeling, and I can like whoosh every time he sees me? That's not rules as written, is it? It was just cheeky.
No, but
Just-
it would make sense that it would be different, and you do have a set of different clothes.
I do.
So
I could, like, wear, like, a
I will
hoodie
say
and take it
yes for that.
And invisibility as well.
If you use the spell slot,
Yep.
roll me a d100.
That's why I needed that sweet rest. 74.
Yep, it goes off.
Alright.
So yes, you'll have advantage.
That was a natural one, but it's not.
Who is going in what order? Who's doing the first tailing, and then
I
So
rolled
I can
already.
match
Has
things
everyone
up.
else rolled?
I think
I
I rolled.
rolled.
Oh, okay.
it doesn't matter. I just
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Well, I could go first because I can cast the
D6,
spell.
Yep.
Go until the limit of my spell running out,
Mhm.
and then when my spell's about, because my spell is I'm just invisible.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
and I'll go first. And as soon as my spell is finishing, I turn into messaging.
Invisibility lasts for an hour, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be that long.
Oh, okay. So that's
The
fine.
whole
Well,
place is 3 miles, you're
Yeah.
talking...
but I mean that at some point I'll have to I'll trip or I'll
The moment you cast message,
or I'll cast message, something like
it
that.
drops.
But
because
that's a
you can't cast
16 if I go first.
spell. Okay.
Nice.
Who's second?
I'll go. 18 plus 6.
He's turning.
24.
He's turning left on the
Okay, so
purple
that's
brick house.
Huh?
Did you give me inspiration as well? Oh, might as well.
So D6.
Nice.
Are you gonna go third?
Whatever.
Yeah, you go.
Sure. Oh,
Sorry,
what's
so
your
how
number?
much do you-
25. Sorry.
25?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the skies.
In the
Four.
sky.
Not in the skies.
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
go.
skies.
Disguise.
21.
21 and
24.
24.
With all the
Good
bonuses.
rolling.
We nailed it.
I needed that advantage.
These
16 with
definitely
invisibility.
helped. There's an
Yeah.
extra
Did
9.
worse. We're all above
Natural one.
20.
Natural one.
Oh.
Oh!
Pretty good. So, after a very smoothly run following sequence, significantly better than the following sequences of the original Assassin's Creed games, which were so bloody awkward.
You were too close. Desynchronized.
You do follow him to an address. The individuals that spoke with the man, the acolyte that told you about the wife, you recognize that the wife's address is where this individual has headed off to.
Huh?
They're all in it together.
God damn.
So this guy may
Damn.
even be the guy that
Or
stole
is
the
he in
thing.
disguise as in general?
He may be the guy that stole the thing in disguise.
That's why he didn't know shit. Like,
Alright. Well,
Sorry, I just choked on my own incredulity.
And that's
my word!
that's why
My
I was
pearls.
making everything just feel like it's not a big deal. Forget about it. It's not worth
we
anything.
won't chase him.
Alright.
What's the plan?
Let's peek in and let's see what.
Almost store-bought armor.
See what
Do you want to leave it there before we
Yeah,
continue?
maybe.
Well,
Oh!
what's the plan? Are you going and following him in, or are you...
I think we can't let him escape, to be honest.
But he
I think we
doesn't
need
know
to-
that we know.
Well, how do we
No.
know? How do we know?
How's he gonna know?
We don't know.
But
He may know.
He's gonna know.
He's gonna know.
He may know, and if he knows, he may make escape plans, and by the time we get back here, he's gone. I don't think we should leave him. We should let him. I don't think we should let him go. I think we should act on this right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's.
It's fine by me.
We all get around different windows
Depending
and
on how the house
stuff,
is, yeah.
and
It'd be
we
so creepy.
It's
Like,
right.
a face.
So,
and we all listen in, and then if it goes all to hell, like one of us just uses message, and we just go, 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 breach, and we just charge through every window.
I vote we have like a shorter code word to attack or whatever.
Go.
Go!
so you're all just sort of watching, you're not...
I think
We're
just try and
I
like
wanna
listen
listen.
in and watch from the windows and see like if we can see anything, if we can.
Well, you got flight again, so you can go up in. If
The
there's a
chimney.
second floor, so
You
if
can look
there's a
down the
chimney,
chimney.
if there's an open window.
The tiny little green Santa.
Yeah.
So
That's the
everyone...
ugliest laugh I've ever done.
Everyone's taking like a different window and they're just all looking in.
I wanna
Lis-
listen at a
listening,
door.
yeah.
I don't wanna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
show
listen
my
at the door.
face.
Just we're all
we're
At different
observing
places.
at different places.
observing in our own.
Unless it's
special
very
ways.
blatant that
I think we've done like.
if
Yeah.
there's a
around the
light,
house.
if
Just
there's a
covering
light
it.
that shows that what we're if there's like a lamp light literally pointing at his house and we're all here
I think
like
we're
oh, maybe
trying
we
to
don't
be
do that.
stealthy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
And also just trying to cover the different sides. So if
Yeah.
he's like out the back door, one of us
Yeah.
will
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, those of you that are listening,
Mhm.
once they head in, you don't really hear anything. Those who are watching, who's looking in the windows?
I am.
Yeah,
Like
good we go.
You probably too, definitely.
Is
I
it
wouldn't
is it a
be-
multi-story house or is it just a single? Is it a bungalow?
It's a bungalow.
Bungalow. I like bungalows.
I've changed my face, so I'm happy to be
You
seen.
like bungalows now that you sprained your ankle last week.
I'm all about the no steps.
She loves them
All
more now,
about
but she was always into the bungalow.
Okay.
Love it.
Those of you that are looking in, you see this individual, this Andre. He steps into the room. Any of you have dark vision?
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do.
Okay. So this room is quite dark. The light of the moon, because it's twilight outside, which is giving like a nice gentle glow, so it's not difficult to see outside, but with the walls blocking everything off, you can't really make out much that's going on inside. With your dark vision, you see him.
Oh, I have dark vision.
You have dark vision?
Yeah.
Are you also looking?
Yes.
Okay. As you both look on in, you see him stoop over two dead bodies.
Oh.
One dressed in a white cloak.
Oh
One female with short hair
Aw.
and normal civilian clothing.
no. Matches the description of the wife.
Done them
Which is the
in.
description of the wife.
I knew
And
there
the
wasn't a
and the
general.
guy?
Damn.
The brown hair.
Saffron.
Everyone who's
Beards?
looking in, roll me a stealth check.
Oh, shit, that's my thing.
Oh, 24.
24?
17.
17.
Oh,
Plus a
gosh.
D4.
Oh, yeah, plus my d4. Oh, 4
Oh, nice.
again. Lovely. So that's.
Okay.
Was it, which one did I roll?
That one. 7 plus 4 plus 4.
Okay, cool. So 15.
15. Okay. Yes, the body does have a beard, and it does look like the description of the
So
individual.
the
you
dude
saw.
didn't do it. Someone else is pretending to be him to go in, and now it's pretending to be the fucking paladin.
And
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
end the session
Oh,
there.
it's a changeling.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's a fucking changeling.
It's your
Oh my
dad!
god, yeah, well, it's my mom or dad.
It's your brother.
It's your brother.
No, he couldn't be because you were with him.
No,
It's
'cause
you! No.
Wow.
The Spider-Man meme.
I hope you all enjoyed the session today, and I hope all of our viewers have
Damn.
enjoyed themselves. Thank you for visiting us at the Hodgepodge Tavern. Please do follow us on Twitch, subscribe, go to our Instagram. I'm not sure about our website. I did try to go on it the other day and it seems to be
It's
down.
down.
Is it?
Oh.
It
Oh,
is.
I'll have a look at that.
You
That
must
would
look
be
at that.
perfect. We'll run through the credits, and then at the end of the credit sequence, we'll come back in a second, and I will do an experience rundown for everyone.
If you're
I
in the
will-
chat, you can vote on a poll that Carl's about to put up right now.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Oh, sorry. Still your
It's okay.
thunder.
You're fine.
Always do
So yes, if you would like to vote in our poll, I will be putting that up in a moment, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
See you in a minute.
Trigger finger there. Sorry.
So, we'll put through our first experience blip. So, the creative use of spell or ability.
These invisibility.
Yeah,
Oh, big
that's
time.
my first thought as well.
That was gorgeous.
Just level up, you son of a bitch.
Also, just for like smacking Link about like
Yeah.
in a different way. It's adorable.
That was great. But
Excellent.
like, it did give us a lot of info
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
place as
It
well,
was useful.
which is cool.
Perfect. That will be 60 experience points for you, D.
Let's go.
Next up, we have the heroic, selfless, or furthering the party goal blip.
The party goal is what? To find out about our pasts, or to become rich and famous, or
I don't know. I feel like anything that
To
has
progress.
to progress
Going
or
forward
that's
in
good
any
for the
way.
party.
Yeah, I would say that's fine.
yeah, I get that.
It's hard.
Well, Link, wasn't it Link's idea to form a stakeout search thing? Was it your idea?
Oh. I think that was D.
What was it?
Oh,
I
do you
like.
think?
I think if
I
anything,
like
I've been a
the-
hindrance.
I like the idea of D spending time to level up, because that is gonna help everyone.
That has helped actually.
That's
To be
true.
fair, like,
D.
yeah.
I don't think that's selfish. I don't think that's party goal. I think that's selfish.
I don't know. I just
It was
thought
for selfish
whoever-
reasons, but it did further. the
Whoever
party.
Sure. must
Yeah,
have
because the
stayed
invisibility came from that. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
That's true.
If I didn't do it, we wouldn't have invisibility.
I don't know. Maybe that's silly, but
Yeah.
I mean, the same person can get the same two different blips.
You can give me 3. I'm not gonna complain.
That'd be a
I
record.
got to
Yeah.
level 4 before you're level 3. I don't mind.
I think the
Level
stakeout plan
7
was
wizard.
cool because it's led us to
Stakeout was
information
cool.
that is obviously going to be very useful.
Why don't we divide? Like, because we all were part
Yeah.
of the stakeout. I think we should divide the 60
Aw.
by all of us.
You wanna share?
but
Doesn't work that way.
God damn! I'll take it then.
Okay.
Oh, well,
if
if you
everyone's
want-
in agreement,
yeah,
To throw mud into the water,
yeah.
can I argue for myself for my relentless pursuit of getting this jeweler's business
Oh,
done?
that's yeah. No, that
Oh,
yeah.
That's true,
yeah.
yeah.
No, you get that. You get that
Yes,
one.
That's very
actually
true.
I forgot about that.
That's very
Be-
true.
Because you sacrificed the pearl diving potential, like you wanted to go do
Yeah.
some pearl
Yeah,
diving,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you were
I
like,
don't,
oh,
I don't know what's my obsession about earning
Pearls.
money through work.
I like it
I don't know
though.
why I do that.
No, I definitely think we should get that as a further in the party
Yeah,
goal.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Because we actively that's something the party has to
And
do
actually, some of us did
as
forget.
payment.
I forgot.
Yeah, you should get that one for sure.
So,
I,
yeah.
I vote for Spike for once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first time voting
Okay.
for Spike.
if everyone's in agreement, then that is 60 experience points for Spike.
But he's still level 2.
It's
He might
takes
not be
off
now.
of the top,
And
so whoever's the highest
Oh,
level,
for realsies.
the experience was down to everyone to help them catch up,
So
but it
level
also gives him
Mhm.
That's good.
the advancement for himself. So there is going to be some disparity. You know, you're all level 2,
I get that.
D is level 3. It's not going to be hopefully so drastic that you know
No,
3
we-
levels ahead,
Multiple.
but it's going to put a little bit of.
If that happens, can we switch to milestones?
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey guys, I'm still level 3. Everyone's like level 12.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, most
It
of these
starts
ones you're
it
gonna get
starts
from encounters.
rising so high that at some point an encounter will level you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
120 for the next when you go to level 4. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to ramp up quite significantly. So that's 60 points for Spike. Next up, we have intangibles. Anything that doesn't fall under the above categories that you feel should have some recognition.
Now you can give me that one now if you want.
Oh no, if anyone's getting it, I made Rax fall in love with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
good
Oh,
point.
No, it's
yo,
really
it's so
good.
You no, you didn't just fall in love with you, but also just you calmed down. You made them happy.
One,
Chill them.
to argue against this, they're a teenager. You don't. That's like offering sweets to like anyone. That's yes, they're going to. It's
They're
super
gonna have
easy.
mood swings.
You say
It's
that, but like every
extremely easy.
NPC I've like engaged with has pretty much hated me.
Very true.
So
Yeah, because they didn't look at your boobs and be like, "Whoa, this is pretty."
I would like to throw
I would- Yeah.
yeah,
Brady.
I was gonna say that was
Yeah.
a lot of character
That's true.
growth.
There's
and
a lot of
it's a big.
And you handled the.
You didn't kill your parents.
remarkably
Yeah.
well.
I would've killed
know.
Yeah, no, that was.
You're a
You would
badass.
have just put him in a jar.
Oh shit! We can change out jar daddies. We can swap. Your dad can take my dad's body, and my dad's soul can be stuck in a jar because he's a dick.
Oh wait,
I'm fine with this.
no, but wait, not just that, but
He'll be a
it's
changeling.
a changeling, which means he can change back into
Back
his
into
normal
his
form.
normal form.
Hey,
Oh
everybody
my
wins except your
God.
dad.
Except my
That's fine, because your dad sucks.
This is definitely going to help you ascend Mount Celestia.
Wait, before we like kill your dad,
Yeah.
why don't we find out if he's murdering other people? Because then we can justify it.
Yeah, no, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think that's a good idea.
It doesn't matter if it's the dad or not. Just this changeling. That if it's a changeling,
this
it
bad
doesn't
changeling.
matter.
Whoever it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, it doesn't have to
I'm
be
gonna
my dad.
revoke that.
Bad
That would be
Nomination.
pretty sweet.
I don't
No.
hate my dad that much.
No.
They
I want to
just
give a
have
new
different
nomination
views.
to Kim
Different
for
views.
that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good shot. Someone write that down.
Yeah.
It's recorded forever now.
Put it in the what just happened.
Sure.
Shit.
If everyone's in agreement,
Yep.
then we'll pop the 60 experience over to Brady.
Do it to
Thank
the
you.
bad guy. Oh my god, that's such a good idea.
Oh god. But yeah, bad changeling man could be our
be the one.
jar
That's the
daddy
ticket.
solution.
Well,
Oh, and then your mom and your brother and everyone can just be like, "Dad's back,"
He's back.
and we never need to know.
Yeah.
Your mom will be like, he smells different.
Or like wakes up in the morning, there's a different person in bed with him.
I was like,
Fuck.
he's back and his dick's huge.
That's
I
right.
win.
on that bombshell, I would like to thank all of our listeners for joining us today. If you'd like to do everything that we mentioned before, with liking us, subscribing us, and so on, please do. It does mean the world to us. And hopefully
It
we will
does.
see you again next week at 7 p.m. UK time.
The website is working.
Oh, yes, sorry. We have had no votes. The only vote we had is an invalid vote from Kyle.
This is
So,
an insult.
unfortunately, the straw poll is not going to
Null and
shine
void.
nicely on you today.
Exactly. So if you're listening to us on iTunes or watching us on YouTube and you want to affect the journey of our characters, watch us live on Twitch
Yeah.
every
Tuesday
Tuesday
at 7 p.m.
at 7
UK time.
p.m. UK time, as long as no one's ill. We'll be here.
Yes.
Also, we have on iTunes.
We will, as soon
Okay.
as I get my thumb out my ass and
Okay.
actually do it.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. Have a nice week.
Bye.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh, so good.